Good afternoon from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. I'm Joe Honk. After practice today, Brian Callahan met with the media to talk about evaluating the players that could get cut. Does he evaluate the games or does he evaluate practices more?
It's just a part of the evaluation. So it's a how are they in the meeting rooms? How do they conduct themselves in the building? What's their interactions like with the position group? How do they perform practice to practice? How do they perform when it counts, when there's a game? So all those things matter. There is definitely a weighted emphasis on the game because it's football. You get to see them actually go make plays and see if what you see in practice translates into a live action football game. And so it's a totality when you're looking at making a roster cut. It's very rarely based on one game. Most of the time, there's going to be quite a bit of input from the entire course of the offseason and training camp. So, but the games they're important. So you want to see guys play well.
For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
What up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Beautiful day in the Music City. Beautiful day in Las Vegas. That's where we are. Circa Hotel. That's where you need to be. Slay Dog, this is where people need to go when they come to Vegas from Nashville.
Absolutely, man. Great environment, great atmosphere. When you walk in to the casino, it's automatically set with slot machines. So you don't even make it to the lobby. So if
slot
you came here to
machines,
gamble,
like penny slots, like
down.
Don Davenport likes to do.
This is big dogs. You can choose from anything you want to. I'm telling you, it grabbed us immediately.
Oh, she wants in. She wants in the boom boom room.
Those penny slots did not do me well last night, nor did the blackjack table. Do you have a problem if you go through your entire allotment of trip money in one night?
Within
Lord.
8 hours, 12
Wow.
hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Your husband texted us
Yeah.
and said, look out for Babsy.
Yeah.
Head on a swivel.
Yeah.
What happened?
Man, you want to talk about some bad beats.
Really?
No, horrific beats.
Oh,
I'm with her on this. Horrific.
Yeah. I mean, real quick.
Wait a minute, though. Like, that means that
No, we got a
bad
story.
beats leads to good beats.
Right, the good never
You'll
came.
win.
No, I'm talking like moving forward.
Oh, like tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what happens when you're out of your budget?
Oh, no, you just dip in.
See, that's the problem. You dip in, you try to go a little deeper, you try to get back, and then that's when you end up broke. Broke.
All right. Renee Zellweger and Jerry Maguire.
Yes.
Broke.
I got a story.
Slay, what happened?
Listen,
Slay, what
Slay's
happened?
got a story.
I got
Slay,
a
what
story,
happened?
man. I don't know. You want the story now?
Yeah.
Listen, man.
Listen,
We
we're in
sitting
Vegas.
It's one of the craziest things I've seen.
I've never seen this. I've gambled quite a bit.
Yep.
Been with people that gamble quite a bit. This right here was sitting at the blackjack table. Zeph standing up in the middle of me and Babsy. Babsy's on the left side. I'm on the right side. The dealer deals out.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I think it was a 9. Two nines.
Okay, split them.
Split them.
No, it was sevens.
It was sevens.
It was sevens.
She was showing
lucky sevens.
And
she was showing like 4
Yeah.
something. It was like the worst. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay,
That's
cool.
different. That's
Yep.
different.
But guess what? I'm cool. Split them.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right. The next
Another 7.
Next thing, 7 again. Split again. Another split after that 7. So I got 4 splits, and what I'm getting is a double down.
On every single split hand.
4 split hands, all double down.
Mind
Wait,
you, this
wait.
is a $15 minimum table.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're sitting
So-
next to her.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Oh,
she's-
God. I looked at Zeph and I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much anxiety on this hand
Was
now.
Zeph also participating?
Zeph
Not
was
at that
standing up
point.
at this point. Yeah.
So you were taking her cards,
Yep.
Yes.
or she was
Nah,
taking your cards?
Okay, but it all played out.
Well, it
Babsy had-
ended. But she's showing a 4, so I'm like,
said,
I don't care.
right.
Let's go, Slade.
Let's get it.
Keep going. You better split that.
Yeah.
Oh, double.
Yeah.
Double.
Yep.
Yeah.
He splits 4 times and ends up doubling
All 4 of them.
all 4 of them. But get this.
Listen what I had.
Ends up with 19s and 20s on all
All 4
4
of them.
hands.
All 4 of them.
And what
Like-
happened?
Babs ends up with 20.
I double. I double because I'm like, well,
Yep.
I mean,
Might as well.
shoot, might as well.
We
Look
in.
what my partner's doing over here.
in.
We're about to
All
take them.
numbers.
Let's go. So I double, just no split, just
No
single
split,
double.
just a
Yeah,
double.
$30 hand.
20.
20.
You had 20.
I had 20.
She
So
flipped
Slay has 19s,
Yeah.
2 19s, 2 20s. I have a 20.
against a 4 showing for the dealer.
So what
We
happened?
about to cash out. Like, we back. This how you start off
Y'all,
Yes.
the Vegas.
y'all are
Give me-
high-fiving each other.
Yes, it was a
Love
bad.
is it.
It was a bad start. I'm like, okay, we're back.
Yep.
Here we go.
We hustled back
Changing
to this
the
point.
mojo.
We were down and hustled back to this
Yes.
point, and this was the climax.
got here.
Right here. Man, the dealers flipped over. I think, did she have 14?
I don't know. Whatever
Whatever
it
she
was.
had, her next card, she hit 21.
No.
One
no,
card.
No.
Wipe the
One
table
card.
clean.
Cleaned
So
it.
what do you do at that point? Do you just leave and go to another place?
I was a little worried about Slay's mental state after that.
Yeah.
I believe Slay got up and said, waitress.
Yeah, I was begging for the waitress. I needed a double of anything.
Yeah.
Anything, the first thing the bartender grabbed, I needed a double of.
Yeah.
Walked out, smoked my cigar, came back, recouped. You know what I mean? Got
I
myself
want to
together.
say, didn't you? I want to say you had $20 on that.
yes.
Instead of the 15 minimum, you had pushed it up.
20,
so
20,
it was
20,
20, 20, 20,
20, 20.
plus 4 double
Do you
downs.
know, I just needed to win.
20,
And-
twin.
Like I'd
Yeah,
be,
every bit of
I'd
it.
be like, oh, okay, whatever. You got 13, like you lose. Oh no, he had 19 and 20.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. So
2 19s, 2.
that's how it started off.
Yeah.
I will like to say the night didn't end that way. I was
All right.
I was able to hustle back.
That's good.
Give me some chips. I found a new method that I want
Yep.
to roll with.
A new method.
Yeah. As far as stashing,
I
Okay.
was not able
Yeah.
to
but
hustle back.
we're gonna.
You didn't have a new method.
We live to fight another day. We will be back at it. We will be back at it.
I have not lived to fight another day.
That was man.
Listen to her.
Look, Dewey said it was fixed. That's what I felt like. I felt like it was like
Like
I
they
know
were
we're in
just
Vegas.
sucking him in.
Like, come on, dog. 21. She could have hit a 20 and pushed, and I could have won 2 hands.
right.
And Babs could have won, but that's not what
Or
she did.
pushed, which
Yeah,
is fine.
anything. Like, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm looking at
she
the.
felt real bad
Yes,
too.
she did. She did. She actually did.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Then John Legend,
As she should.
Happy started playing, and we started to gain some momentum again.
Okay.
Well, I did.
What about Zeph? What does Zeph do
Zeph, I think is a newcomer to it.
with all his fake jobs?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We spent time on this yesterday. Babsy.
Absolutely.
Don't get him started on that, please.
What did you do, Zeph?
Like Zeph's dad called. It got that bad.
Oh,
No, I called him asking him a question.
Not on the air. It was
No,
after the
it was
show.
after the show.
Yeah.
okay.
So after
This is what happens when I'm
I
gone.
joined in after
Oh,
I joined
you have no idea what happened yesterday.
I joined in after Slay's big hand that he ended up not winning, which
Yeah.
was probably
it's-
one of the most like stressful things I was watching because he just kept splitting and splitting and splitting. Mm-hmm. And then
I mean, he played it right. He played it how he
I
should.
mean, it was what it
Yeah.
was.
So
That's
you
how
had
you
like-
make money.
If it was
So-
the book there, the
so
book
you
would
had
have
like
told me to do it.
35 hands.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I mean,
Okay. Zeph.
Quite a bit.
I won.
Zeph's new nickname is Chef Zeph.
I won probably. Oh, you weren't here yesterday. Forgot.
Yes. People are worried about you. With us.
I think I won at
And
one
you're
point
not there.
they're
probably
worried
4 or
about
5
you
hands.
without me.
4 or
That's
5 hands in a
exactly
row,
right.
and I'm up about $50.
Look
at that.
Wait,
Telling the truth.
how do you win 5 hands in a row? You're only up $50.
I was betting them. Oh, I kept losing. I lost them too.
Yeah, you lost,
Okay.
Lost
All right.
early.
I won. No, I won early,
Oh.
and then I lost, and then
Okay.
and then how we ended it was Dawn had one hand, or she had 15 left, and so Slay and I threw in 10 each, and we were like, all right, one last hand, and we lost, and then we left, and then I went and played a dollar roulette machine for an hour and a half.
Yes. And then he went back this morning and did it too. So there you go. All
So
right.
I'm
So
looking
anyway,
at
we love
the-
you, Circa. Can you give me some of my money back?
There you go. I'm looking at the Circa Sports NFL futures.
Yes.
All right. Davenport, you had this. Mm-hmm. I stole it from you. Titans in terms of winning the division, plus 975. They are last.
Yes. That's not a surprise, right? Although
Would you put them last though?
Who?
The Titans.
The Titans are last in the division in terms of winning the division, according to Circa Sports.
Yeah, nobody. I mean,
we think that obviously we're in it, right? We're out there every day.
We get to see it.
We've seen. I mean, it's the same conversation we had on Tuesday with the wide receivers rooms, which, by the way, the Eagles just moved up, right?
Oh my Lord!
Good Lord! So. Anyway, it's that same conversation, though. Like, you look at what they did in the offseason and the moves that they made, and I'm sorry, but they are absolutely better. Now, I get, though, that not everybody sees that they're better. And when you look at the division, clearly the Texans are the creme de la creme, right?
Yes.
And you would think that the Jags are going to be okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if Stroud, I mean, but you certainly assume that Stroud will be what he was.
Their win total last year going into the season was 5.5.
Right.
So can the Titans do that
possibly
with Will Levis?
Exactly. And their win total is, 6.5 this year.
Yeah.
So, but the Jags are going to jag, right? Trevor Lawrence, whatever. Right. So that's fine. I would understand putting them above the Titans. And then when you look at the Colts, who knows? Because you don't know what Anthony Richardson is. And then all these reports coming out of training camp are that he's a disaster and that he ain't it. So that's the only team that I would look and say, okay, maybe, right, you could put the Titans ahead of when you're talking futures. But
and if you, like you said, if you're basing it off of last year, all right, I'm cool with that. I understand.
Right, but do you find value in them with these numbers?
I find value in the Titans. Slay's already done his. He's already made his bet.
You got to think who you're talking to.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Slay's already made his bet. Yeah,
they can be plus 105, minus 105. I think it's value.
So it is fascinating out here, though. To hear a little bit. So I'm going on VSiN a little bit later. My buddy Tim Murray does their primetime show and does a great job, does a college football betting podcast, all of that. You know, obviously lives in Vegas, has been here forever, big time in numbers and futures and all of that. So, but it is fascinating to hear the different perspectives out here of some of our local teams back there, Titans being one of them. Now he does have a futures Heisman bet on Nico, so he does believe in.
As does this guy.
Me too. I'm with that.
Right. So he is all in on that Vols offense at least. Yes. But it is very interesting to hear, and also the difference in opinions from even a Todd Furman to that group. To the Circa guys, there's such a difference in opinion. I feel like more than usual this year, especially looking at college and the SEC, and the opinion seems to be the same on the Titans.
Titans and Saints. Titans favored by 4, 1 o'clock NFL Network. Weird start time. White jerseys, white pants, navy socks. Babs, you good?
No. You guys know I hate the white on white. I hate it.
We talked about
Can you imagine Tavondre Sweat is about to be? I mean, I know he obviously they wore the all white at Texas, but Tavondre Sweat in all white, I hate it. It's like
big
onesies.
men in white pants.
They're like onesies that you can see through.
We'll spend a lot of time obviously on the Titans as we roll through the show. When we come back, Dan Wetzel, Yahoo Sports, wraps up the Olympics. He was there. We'll talk about pommel horse guy who gets the Dancing with the Stars slot.
This is amazing.
Yeah. Why did the pole vault guy not get that slot? Also, the Seine River claimed victims. That's next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
About outdoor lighting perspectives of Nashville. You need landscape lighting. I'm telling you, they are the best. They did my backyard. They lit up my driveway so the kids can play basketball once it starts to get dark. And you know what happens. Time changes are coming, and it gets really dark really early in Nashville. So do you need landscape lighting, outdoor lighting, all of that to beautify and enhance your home and landscape, and also to make sure that you can enjoy your outdoor area in the fall when the temperatures are the absolute best? You need to call Bob Lyons and my friends at Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville. They've been around for over 38 years, and here's the deal. They have a Labor Day special going on. How about this? 6 months, same as cash for any current or new quotes for landscape lighting. That is good all the way through Labor Day. 6 months, same as cash for any current or new quote. They're the best, and they've been around forever. Everybody loves Bob Lyons and Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville, and you'll love the job that they do as well. Just go visit them online. Ask Bob about that 6 months, same as cash special. It is outdoorlights.com/Nashville.
What's happening? Good people, Ron Slay coming to you with Kellum Stem Cell Institute. Now, if you and never heard of the holistic stem cell therapy, this is your first time hearing me, trust and believe in what I'm telling you, man. It's your body, your cells, your solution. Now, inflammation attacks the body. We know that. And this deals with more than just athletes. The everyday person that gets up and do a 9 to 5, this happens to you. It's just age. I mean, it happens. But you have the opportunity to get rid of it. How do you do it? You go to Kellum Stem Cell Institute and get you a consultation a day. 615-850-4415. Sit there and talk to Dr. Kellum. Ask him anything that you can think of. He's going to have an answer for you. You understand that your stem cells are harvested from your body and stored for future and continued use. They attack the inflammation. I did it with my knee, did it with my shoulder, did it with my hip. All of this has been done. 615-850-4415. You get it done too. It's KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, Thursday edition. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Slay Dog, we're at Circa.
Yes, indeed, we are at Circa. We're in the building. Rocking and rolling, baby.
You ready to roll after we get off the show?
Why wouldn't I won't stop rolling.
Babsy, you ready after we get off the show?
Like a rolling stone. Yes, Babsy.
I gotta recoup. Gotta
A good dinner, Babsy, it'll get us right.
Reassign my life here.
Reassign my life. That's
my gambling life.
When coming to Vegas, come to the Circa Hotel. The stadium pool is incredible.
Yeah, I am gonna hang out there tomorrow.
You are?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry, I just made the decision. That's what
Yeah,
I was doing. I
just
didn't know
left
what
us.
y'all were doing.
So for listeners, like when they tune in tomorrow, there will be no show prep. We will be at the stadium pool. Is that what it
Perhaps.
is? Okay. All right.
Yes. Zeph said, yep, that's right.
That
I'll do
sounds
my
good.
show prep tonight.
Perfect.
Hey, I bet the stadium pool is cleaner than the Sin.
Dan
River.
Wetzel joins us from Yahoo Sports. He was in Paris covering the Olympics for Yahoo. Dan, what's up? How are you?
Well, I'm not as good as you guys. This trip has got all sorts of potential trouble written all over it.
So, do you think
Yes,
Vegas
it does, Wetzel.
Vegas pool is cleaner than the Seine River? Do you think that's true?
Only a little, as my experience with Vegas pools. And what they call the Sin is what's called a Sin? I don't know. Whatever it was. It's basically the Parisian sewer system. Let's not kid ourselves what they're dressing that up as. But those pools in Vegas are, I don't know.
Questionable. Definitely questionable, Wetzel.
So amazing you could get that many people and there's never a line for the bathroom at those places. You know, it's 500 people.
Great. Now I'm not going in tomorrow.
Yeah. Maybe you stay on the side. Now, might be better. Might be better for you.
So after
Circa's a nice place. That's a nice hotel.
It is. So after 100 years of the Seine River being dirty, right? Like they just announced on like Tuesday that the first Wednesday of the Olympics, we're going to have marathon swimmers in the Seine River, and then multiple swimmers end up in the hospital.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened. They've been trying to. It's been closed for public swimming for 100 years. So
100. Like you're not being
100
facetious. It's 100.
No, 100 years. 100 years they banned swimming.
Yeah, not
in
like
the river.
since last Tuesday. Like it's 100 years.
Like every river, every beach, almost like there's some algae or I don't know how it works, right? But something comes out. Okay, we got a red tide. We got this. Can't swim here for a few days. That's okay. And then you wait, and you're kind of a little nervous. You'd be nervous the first day. They say it's okay, but people have been swimming there 100 straight years. They said no. Then the first day, then they said that we did all this stuff. It's going to be fine. And then the first day, they had to delay the triathlon because they said, well, today, not good enough. But then tomorrow, yeah, it's good
It'll
enough.
be fine. It's all good.
So, yeah, one more day did it. It wasn't like it's been closed for 100 years, but the last month has been okay. It was literally like 8 hours ago, no, now good, jump in. And then, of course, not surprisingly, they all get sick, or some of them get sick. So they did a lot of good stuff at the French Olympics, but using the sewer system was not a good one.
Yeah, not at all. So overall, how would you kind of describe your Olympic trip this year? Your coverage. I mean, you've covered multiple, right? What stood out to you maybe the most? And just wrapping up this year's Olympics, what did you like, not like? Give us kind of the overall Dan Wetzel of it all.
Well, I thought it was really well done. Obviously, they did a great job incorporating Paris into the Olympics. So, like, I think everyone saw like the beach volleyball stadium right at the Eiffel Tower. Like
So
that might have
sweet.
been the nicest. That might have been the greatest stadium ever built. I mean, it's just amazing, right? All the different historic buildings they used. They were doing the equestrian at the Palace of Versailles. I mean, they're just showing off at that point. just, they did skateboarding in this park where, you take the history, they beheaded Marie Antoinette, right over there. Now we're doing the skateboarding. One of the buildings was built in, 1390 or something. I mean...
Wait. They beheaded Marie Antoinette, and they're doing skateboarding.
Yeah, BMX, skateboarding, and 3-on-3 basketball were in the same park. Louis got it too, whichever one is 16, 14, something like that. One of the
Louis
Louis
14, right? Come on, Zeph, you're supposed to be our historian.
I don't know,
yeah.
though. If there's a 16, there wouldn't have been a 14. Because it was all the French Revolution. They beheaded 1,000 people in there.
Yeah.
So they would bring them out and then publicly kill them. Public execution. The French don't mess around back then. And,
might as well do it in front of everybody, right?
Right in front of everyone. There's Marie Antoinette's head. And now it's it's great history over here. Let's do some skateboarding.
Perfect spot.
Why not, right? I was watching the skateboarding, and they did a women's division. Skateboarders are unbelievable, right? These kids, they're all kids, right? 19's that's the Tom Brady of skateboarding if you're 19. So this one girl, really, 16 years old from Brazil, they're waiting up on the top of the ramp when they're going to jump. They're going to go down and they're going to slide along the rails and all the different stuff they do. It's amazing what they do. And she's got her phone out at the Olympics. She's on her phone during the competition, waiting
about
for the
to
other.
run her run, and
in
she's
between her runs. Yeah.
Are you allowed to do that?
Warm up. She'd put it in her pocket, or she would put it down and then do a run, come back up, and then she's literally looking at her phone. And I'm I got a 16-year-old. Literally, you can't get them off the phone even when you're in the freaking Olympics.
That's so true.
Damn, when you got to send that text, you got to send that text, man.
No, she's TikToking.
She won bronze.
Yeah.
She won. Well, clearly it didn't affect her.
No, she got a bronze medal.
Well,
and
maybe she would have won gold had she not been on the phone.
There you go. Yeah. So all in all, you thought well run. Besides the sin, not a ton of major issues.
No, not really. I thought it was other than the swimmers. That they did a good job overall. It's Paris, right? They know what they're doing. I guess it's the most visited tourist city in the world. Now you've got an Eiffel Tower there in Vegas also.
That is true.
So a little bit of a different feel, Wetzel.
I may go scale that one.
If you want to go over there,
maybe
get a real feel of it. It's probably very similar.
Dan Wetzel, Yahoo Sports, with us on 3HL, recapping his adventure in the Olympics.
Dan, you talk about, man, the skateboarders and, the beautiful scene with the Eiffel Tower behind the volleyball stadium that was built. But what stole my attention outside of the basketball, which had a lot of it, was the breakdancing. The breakdancing competition. Oh,
no.
The kangaroo strut that was done by this young lady, I think I don't know where this would fly at. I don't know if it'll fly in Miami, New York with the real breakers. I don't know where it would go, but wherever this was taught, the kangaroo strut was different for the Olympics.
Is that what she was calling it?
I don't know. That's what I'm calling it. Yeah. She's from Australia. I'm just trying to put it together, Dan.
The Australian breakdance woman. She goes down in infamy with the Tongan flag bearer and then we had that guy who he would have won the pole vault, but
oh my lord!
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Don't get us started there.
Couple all this together.
My man, that dude won the Olympics, Dan. He didn't have to win a medal.
Would you rather win gold or be known as the guy who lost gold because of that?
Man,
that's really the exercise.
That is a great
now,
question.
you can say, no, I'd rather win gold, but tell me who won the pole vault last Olympics. Tell me who won this Olympics.
Listen, I don't know who won the pole vault this Olympics.
You all knew what I was talking about. Everybody knows what this guy's talking about.
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
Global legend for losing the Olympics because, the pole vault didn't work out quite. Almost, but no. I don't know what that
OnlyFans?
Oh, he signed.
I think he does have an OnlyFans.
He signed multiple deals. This guy. He won the Olympics, Dan.
He's got an OnlyFans? Oh, my goodness. Well, that's it. I don't know.
So I've heard, Dan. I don't know.
He's a legend. Everybody on Earth knows that guy. You would not know who won the pole vault otherwise. So that's my take on it. Probably wishes he won the gold. But, yeah, the breakdancing, I guess they're getting rid of that. That wasn't too popular.
Yeah. Ray Gun.
I don't know. I've seen better at, the 155th Street platform and New York City subway. Mm-hmm. I don't think we've sent our best.
Definitely not. Can we talk about the pommel horse guy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's about to be the most popular guy ever on Dancing with the Stars with, women 60 to 80 years old,
Lord,
I'm sure.
mercy.
I mean, this guy, I know we talked about it with you last time you were on, Wetzel, because I was like, you always have some amazing story in the Olympics, whether it was curling. Well, this year it's pommel horse guy, which you're like, oh, yeah, did you know he can do a Rubik's Cube in, 15 seconds?
Under 10 seconds.
Under 10. Oh, my gosh, I'm cutting him short. How dare I? Yeah. So what Dancing with the Stars, this is what you helping the men to win gold get you after the Olympics.
He's going to be I don't know whether he can dance.
Right? Does anybody?
Pommel horse. Well, you don't use your feet. You literally, the whole goal is to not have your feet touch down until the very end. Yeah, so the pommel horse, I've learned a lot about it. I'm now, semi-expert on pommel horse. Apparently it attracts these types of there's no tumbling, there's no it attracts these very precise minds. This is what the coaches were saying, because you just have to do this form and you do your thing, and whatever they're doing up there. First of all, it looks like hell. I mean, hellacious hard workout.
Yeah, you can pay me enough.
I don't know that or the ring. That ring thing is crazy, but you don't really have to be that. You don't have to be acrobatic, and so I guess they're all kind of engineers and stuff like that. So this guy, I mean, he is everyone loves him. He's he was an electrical engineer, mechanical engineer. I don't know. Went to Penn State, 4-time All-American. He's got the glasses. He can't really see without his glasses, so he just carries. He goes up there with these. He won't put contacts in. He's just got these kind of horn rim glasses. He hangs them on the little chalk bowl and then does his stuff, and he says he pommels by feel. He doesn't have to see. Then he puts them back on, spends the rest of his time talking about how much he likes his girlfriend and his parents and how he likes doing Rubik's Cubes. I think everyone, if this dude's wholesome, doesn't even begin to describe it. And he ended up winning silver in the regular pommel horse competition. And, I don't know whether he can dance, but I think people are going to love him. He's really funny, really nice, quirky guy. He spends all day before he competes doing Rubik's Cubes.
Oh, my gosh.
He'll do 100 in a row because he can finish them. Yeah, and he can do them in under 10 seconds, but he does the other ones in 15, 30 seconds. So obviously you're going to go through it. So that's how he relaxes. And he's got a friend or somebody, his girlfriend will mix up the Rubik's Cubes and then hand them back because he doesn't have 100 Rubik's Cubes, right? So he's got a few of them, and they just keep rotating them.
Oh, my gosh.
My fingers got to be cramping.
This is unbelievable. Oh, what do you do to relax? I mean, seriously? I don't know. I have a glass of wine. Oh, yeah, I do 100 Rubik's Cubes before a competition. It's going to be fascinating to watch him on Dancing with the Stars, too. So I'm assuming he's going to do that before he dances, right? There's no time for that, though.
I would expect. He's going to be very popular.
This is amazing.
I mean, that leads to a question. What do you do to relax, Wetzel?
What do I do?
Yeah.
Drink.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, just drink.
Drink. maybe
choice,
some
Wetzel.
barroom wrestling.
Yeah, it's not one glass of wine like Dawn either. It's
Yeah, She's very disciplined.
She's
Dan
a lot
Wetzel.
classier than I am. I don't think anyone.
Dan Wetzel joins us from Yahoo Sports. All right, so the Seine River claim victims. We talked about it before it happened. We knew it was going to happen. You predicted it. Multiple hospital victims. What are we doing? Can anybody get in the Seine River now?
Are they suing?
No, it's closed for the next 100 years. No, they're not getting in that thing. They said, so they were like, here's the plan. We got this whole thing, and we built this drainage container, and then they go, the only problem is if it rains. I'm like, what do you mean the only problem? Like, it's going to rain.
Yeah.
Like,
It's that season,
it's not Vegas,
right?
It's not the Vegas. We're in Paris. Like, and so if you remember the opening ceremony, it poured.
Yes. I mean, poured.
The guy on the piano.
That guy on the piano tried to play the piano. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know how he did it. He played the piano in the pouring rain. That's an Olympic performance. I don't know how this will totally work as long as it doesn't rain. Is a viable? Who came up with that plan? Of course, it was going to rain. It rained. That's what happens.
Wait, so
I didn't know they even had a drainage system or something. I thought they just like treated it and were like, "Oh, hey, it's good, go." So, I mean, that makes me feel a little bit better at least.
Right, but it's been dead for 100 years. Like, what does rain have to do with it?
Well, I guess just the stuff it'll come off the road and in because there's no like it's all city. It's urban, right? So it's just I don't know. I don't know.
Ask the pommel horse guy. I mean, come on.
Pommel horse
guy probably knows.
They should have asked him how they fix it, and he would have been smart enough to do it. He goes, "Let me put down my Rubik's Cube. Here's what you do." But instead,
in 15 seconds,
they said, "Hopefully it doesn't rain." Like, that's not a plan. That's just not a plan.
Hopefully. Well, we appreciate you, Wetzel.
Like, it's going to rain. It rained a bunch.
Yeah.
Like Paris is like Nashville, right? How often does it rain? I don't know. A couple times a week.
A lot.
Sometimes more, sometimes less. But you can't sit around and go, well, it probably won't rain for like 12 days, right?
Right.
Well, I'm glad we're in position where a guy could run the 200 meters with COVID. That's good.
Oh,
that was good.
Bring that up.
We went from like I was at a soccer game at the Japan Olympics in 2021. So it's 4 years ago. Dead empty stadium, like an NFL-sized stadium, like 60,000 seats. Nobody there. You had to there's just the media and the teams, and you had to wear your mask, even though it was an outdoor stadium, and there's nobody near you. You had to wear this mask.
Yeah.
Like who am I breathing on? Like, it's crazy. But anyway, at halftime, right, of the soccer game, they came out and they wiped down the goal, like the goal frame. They're spraying like this solution on the goal post, on the goal frame, and then they're wiping it down. I'm like, even if you were trying to get COVID,
it.
Yeah, like, how would you get COVID from a goal post?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we went from that to 3 years later. The dude runs in the race with COVID, and they're like, "Yeah, no big deal." I'm like, "We've come a long way," and I'm for it. But it was just like,
yeah.
Can I?
And won bronze.
Yeah. Very different.
Yeah,
and was pissed.
What's that?
Yeah, and was pissed.
He was pissed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Nobody cared about COVID over there.
Damn
good.
Dan Wetzel, Yahoo Sports, with us for his Olympic finale. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Talk to you guys later.
All right.
Thanks,
when we
Wetzel.
come back, some Titans talk for you. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
All right. Do you maybe you had a bad night in Vegas? You need to relax. You need to get your mental state back to where you need to be. Maybe you already lost your budget in Vegas and you need to go to a spa. And you're going back home in Nashville. Well, guess what? You need to go to a Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. A Moment's Peace, I need you right now more than you even know. Yes. Really, really bad. Maybe you don't like massages, but maybe you need to get your toes or nails done, manicures, pedicures, sunless tanning, waxing, facial, skincare, hair salon, makeup. They do absolutely everything at a Moment's Peace salon and day spa. At least a dozen different services all in one space. A Moment's Peace salon and day spa. So maybe you want to get somebody a gift who had a rough night in Vegas and needs that when they get home to Nashville. Yeah, guess what? You can get a gift card online easily at amomentspeace.com 24/7. Get a gift card there, or call a Moment's Peace at 615-224-0770. If you have any questions, you got special requests, you can always stop by for personal service as well, and they will take care of you. They are right at the intersection of Carruthers Parkway and Bakersbridge Avenue in Cool Springs. They're the best, a Moment's Peace salon and day spa.
What's happening, guys and gals? Y'all, I'm telling you right now, we're here with the biggest pro football contest in Vegas. It's Circa Survivor and Circa Million. Now, it's up to $16 million in guaranteed prizes. You got two ways to win, and there's no rate. Circa Survivor contestants select one team each week, no point spread. Now, if the team loses or ties, the entry is eliminated. You can only pick each team once in a season. Last the longest to win it all with $10 million guaranteed. Now in Circa Million, make 5 picks against the spread each week for your share of $6 million guaranteed. Quarterly and full season payouts. The entry that does the worst wins $100,000. You must register at Circa Sportsbook in Nevada, Las Vegas, Henderson, or Sparks, Reno. Now, we're doing our live show out here today and tomorrow. You can enter now until September 7th at 2 p.m. Visit circasports.com for rules and details. Must be 21 and present in Nevada to enter. This right here is paid for by Circa Sports Resort and Casino.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Babsy, you like this?
Nice song choice, Reed. Know when to fold 'em, Davenport.
I'm living through
Where's the
y'all right
poker
now.
room? Yeah.
Listen, I mean, today's a new day.
You don't want to be living through me right now, trust me.
Today is
that
a
bad.
new day, Babsy. Yesterday we said, we didn't say that you were on assignment. We said you were delivering a child to Atlanta.
Oh, I know. I heard about it on social media.
Did that go well?
Yeah, that went real well. I am not delivering a child.
Oh, I didn't mean you were delivering a child
No,
like you're having a
that's-
baby.
yes,
I didn't
yes.
mean that.
No,
Did
no.
you take it that way?
Delivering the
Slado?
child?
Oh, that's how it came out.
Oh, man. Listen, I didn't mean it that way, Babs.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But people on social media did take it that way. Or people listening hit me on social
I
media.
get
about
it. I haven't thought about it that way, but I get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you literally delivered a child like UPS
Yes.
to Atlanta.
Yes. I flew a child and dropped her off.
I thought that it would be a great
Atlanta.
idea for her to come here. And then Slay said he would have kidnapped her, which took us down a different path.
Because he's an entertainer.
Oh, man, she would have loved it out here.
I'm telling you.
Dude, take
I'll
her
see
to a
there's
show.
stage and a microphone.
No, we
Oh.
would have set her on the street with a box, and she would have got tips.
Do you guys know that one of the on a somber note, that Vegas is one of the most dangerous places
Okay,
for
all right.
child kidnapping because
Okay.
people don't pay attention or they'll
I
like
can
turn
see
around
how.
and go gamble and then kids are running around, which is funny because my parents. This is so funny.
we go. Here we go.
My parents took us here to Vegas numerous times growing up as vacation. The Luxor Casino over there where they
Yeah.
had all the kids games. Oh yeah, we lived over
Well,
there, man.
to be fair to Slay didn't finish the sentence. He stopped himself.
Thank you
about-
for not kidnapping baby Babs.
Yeah, yeah. It would have been more like babysitting.
Oh right,
I'm Uncle Slay.
there you
Right.
go.
We would have done the show. He would have been with her.
Yeah.
All those things.
Y'all would have come back with all the money I lost.
And there you go. The Jets will not
From the
play their
corner.
starters in the preseason finale, meaning quarterback Aaron Rodgers will not see his first live action post Achilles since the opener last year. It'll be against the 49ers in the opener. Would
think
y'all
that's
play
a
him?
terrible idea.
Would y'all play him in the preseason?
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's still
series.
it's Aaron Rodgers
A
too.
series.
Though.
He know how to. He knows how to protect himself, and they invested in that offensive line. What better way to test it out and see if this man can? He know to get rid of the ball. A-Rod's not crazy, so I mean, you got to give me a series of real action, live people flying by him, people dropping by his legs. Like I need to see all that. I need to see it because he need to knock that rust off. He's already on the Nathaniel watch. So I'm gonna
He
let y'all know
is
that.
on the Nathaniel watch list.
Yeah, he is, and he can move up.
Do you
Russ-
want his Circa Sports total regular season passing yards
Yeah, absolutely.
over under?
Yep.
3,650.5.
If healthy, over.
Right, but don't you have to look at that and understand that he probably will miss games because he's old
No,
and go
Okay.
under the number?
I can't be. Oh no. A-Rod missing games. Missing games like why? Because of injury?
Yeah, you can't
Oh.
assume
I mean,
he's going to
but-
play 17 games, right?
I think you can.
I do too.
I don't
don't see
his
them
injury
pulling.
last year was a like
Yeah, he got to get out of here.
done. I mean, it's not like it's a hammy or
was a
a
what?
sprained ankle. Sorry, that was like
Yep.
that was the cut. That's
Snap,
the
crackle,
tear. That's the
Babs
Achilles
and-
tear.
Babs and her throat slash
Yeah.
thing has become
Well,
a thing.
it's
It
not
is.
it's not a true throat
an
slash. For people
Achilles
that aren't
slash.
watching, you can't call it a true throat slash. You're gonna get me thrown in jail.
It's Achilles
fired.
slash Achilles.
It's Achilles. It's just a like
Get him out of there.
cut, right? Like
Like the cut
cut.
man over here.
Steph does not agree with me. Okay.
I-
Anyway,
I'm not betting on Aaron Rodgers to go 17 games and give me 3,600 yards. I'm not
I'll
betting
go
on that.
over.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
All
over.
right.
If he's who
I'm
he's
We're
okay
supposed to
betting
with
be.
that.
that.
We're betting
Although-
that right now.
Yeah,
A-Rod.
write it down.
Rip the
Write it
knob
down.
off.
Take a pic. I don't give a.
Shiano.
Yeah.
Why does Zeph have to have? Okay, we're doing this. Aaron Rodgers, 36.50. Is that what it is?
Yep. And a half.
Yeah.
If he's gonna be a
I'm
Nathaniel, I
under.
need
Make sure
him.
you got that
I need him to
hook.
go under.
I'm
Make
under.
sure you got the hook.
I'm under.
I'm
Y'all
over.
are both over.
I'm over.
Yeah, I'm over.
Yeah. I'll go over.
I think you got some weapons, man.
It's also Aaron Rodgers coming back from an Achilles, wanting to prove stuff,
Calling his own
talking
plays.
his wild
Yep.
off-season things. You know, I mean, just being him. He's comfortable in his skin
Wild
more than
off-season thing.
any time. Supposedly doesn't listen to Downing, which is smart. You know,
Yeah.
All right.
He can overrule him easily. Him and Hackett.
Let me give you another one.
Will Levis. Are you going Will?
No, we'll do that after the break.
Okay.
Let me go right now with Slade's guy.
Okay.
What?
Justin Herbert over under 3,500 and a half.
Under.
He's on the Nathaniel list.
Yes, he is.
I'm going over, Slay Dog.
What?
Under.
I'm going under. We're on different pages today.
I love this. I love this so much. All right, we're going to make these bets. Where
I need to
are
see.
y'all?
They
Six-
traded away all his receivers. You know, he got all.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Keenan Allen and all that. Yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
But he
Also-
lost his head coach, though.
Yeah, and Gain the guy that likes to control the trenches and run the rock.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying.
You're
wanna
making a
change your
whole lot
mind?
of sense.
You want to change your mind now?
No, dude, I made a decision. That's what it's going. That's what it's going to be.
So also interesting numbers on some wide receivers too that maybe we can chat about.
We'll do that next. All courtesy of
Including
Circa
Calvin.
Sports. That's coming up. So where are y'all? Aaron Rodgers over under 36.50 passing yards.
And a half.
Right,
Gotta put
and a
a
half.
half in
Justin Herbert over under 3,500 and a half.
And we'll
Where-
give you Will Levis.
And we'll do that next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
All right, want to talk to you about the Ford Bronco. Actually saw a couple of them on my way over here to Circa out here in Vegas, and they're beautiful. Soft tops, hard tops, baby blue ones I saw. So many different packages, so many different trim levels, color combinations. You can seriously get exactly whatever you want, which is why, by the way, the Two Rivers Ford team wants to invite you to get to know the Ford Bronco. Open invite. You don't have to necessarily be in the market for a car. Two Rivers Ford just wants to help you learn about the Ford Bronco. They've got a team of Bronco experts on hand. They're actually experts in everything to introduce you to the Ford Bronco, answer your questions, let you test drive, show you the road, on the road capabilities, all the off the road capabilities. And remember that sales team I'm talking about? Yeah, they don't work on commission, so they are just there to help you. And I can attest that they help you even long after you buy your car or truck from Two Rivers Ford, because I pretty much text them every week and ask them questions about my new Ford F-150. Two Rivers Ford is the best. Go see them in Mount Juliet, 7 miles east of the airport. Get to know that Ford Bronco. Two Rivers Ford is your Ford Bronco headquarters.
Good afternoon from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. I'm Joe Honk. After practice today, Brian Callahan met with the media to talk about evaluating the players that could get cut. Does he evaluate the games or does he evaluate practices more?
It's just a part of the evaluation. So it's a how are they in the meeting rooms? How do they conduct themselves in the building? What's their interactions like with the position group? How do they perform practice to practice? How do they perform when it counts, when there's a game? So all those things matter. There is definitely a weighted emphasis on the game because it's football. You get to see them actually go make plays and see if what you see in practice translates into a live action football game. And so it's a totality when you're looking at making a roster cut. It's very rarely based on one game. Most of the time, there's going to be quite a bit of input from the entire course of the offseason and training camp. So, but the games they're important. So you want to see guys play well.
For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Happy Thursday to you. Hope you're having a great day. We're in Vegas. Slay Dog, we're at Circa, and they've got lots of things going on. I see a big fat check over there. Your name here.
With $16 million written in print.
$16 million.
That's right. That's
Babsy. See, Babsy's going to make up for last night.
Time to get to it. Get that bankroll back.
$16 million.
See, here's the problem. This is their Survivor, right? Slay, you can explain it, but
Circa Million and Survivor,
right?
Combined.
So here's my problem. I got too much crap going on during the season that I feel like I
just
would
let it roll the whole way.
Yes, like I'd just forget
one
or
game here,
not
there.
update, or then I wouldn't do enough research and then totally blow all my chances to survive, and
That's a possibility, man.
Although I guess if there's $16 million on the line, maybe you do take it a little more seriously.
So you got two separate ones though. You got the Circa Million where you got
Yes.
$6 million guaranteed, $1,000 to enter, 5 entries per person max, 126 ways to win. $1 million first place prize, $3.65 million in cash prizes for second place. That's with 100. $300,000 per quarter in prizes awarded every 4 to 5 weeks. $100,000 last place booby prize.
Yeah, like
Okay.
you stake. Here's $100,000
Oh,
bucks.
okay. I was like, what?
Really,
all right.
actually like that concept a whole lot.
50,000 second to last place booby prize. So plenty ways to win, Babs. I mean, everybody's gonna strive for.
Are
the
you
16
sure it
million.
says booby?
Man, that's look at it. Look, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I hesitated on reading it. Look at the top and then you read on down.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And say it on it. 2 times.
50,000 second to last place booby prize.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. Booby prizes. Booby traps. Maybe
$6 million is guaranteed in total prizes.
See?
I like that.
So you can get 6 or 10. You can go on and push the ante just a little bit further and see what you get.
So they also did a docu-series. I don't know.
Yeah.
From last year's Circa Survivor contest.
Yep.
And they just released that like last week. So whoever won $9.2 million or something is what
Yeah.
it ended up being. I don't know if they split, whatever.
That's what Tall Father was talking about too. That's where
Yeah.
he got that $9.2 million from.
Yes. So they did this docu-series like following the contestants around and all that. I haven't watched it yet, but I guess I'll just add it to my list of things. Do you know what? This is random. We'll get back into Titans, but this is Mr. Babs pulled something up that we watched the other night called Jury Duty, maybe? Have you seen it?
No.
So it's funny. It's Netflix,
Seth
right?
says he knows what it is.
Amazon Prime. That's right. It's Amazon Prime. So it basically takes this. Who's the actor? You might have to look him up, Zeph. He's the actor that's in Enchanted.
Enchanted.
Of course, I know it from Enchanted.
You know what that is?
27 Dresses.
Disney movie, I think,
The
Okay.
hot guy. The
Hot guy.
cynical. wedding writer or whatever that gets on the bar and sings Benny and the Jets with Katherine Heigl. Yes. Anyway, he's in it. So, James Marsden, that's him. Yes. So what they did is it's all actors. Every single person is an actor except for one guy who gets picked to be on this jury. And so they say they're doing like a documentary or whatever. So he's the only one that doesn't know the entire thing is staged. Like, to me, think
The Truman Show.
yes, think The Truman Show, but it's this is kind of funny.
Wouldn't it suck to be that guy?
I mean,
I gotta check that out.
and he's so damn likable on top of it, like the guy they picked. But there are times at this point where I'm like, okay, because we've watched a couple of 2 episodes, I think, but where I'm like, okay, he's got to know that this cannot be real life. But it's hilarious because the actor, you get called to jury duty. I mean, you guys know I had to freaking serve on a jury for a freaking week.
I did it too. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
I went out the
I
country.
didn't love it for a week,
Yeah.
but I know more about toes and foot
Whoa.
surgery and
Okay.
all of that. Mine was a malpractice suit. So.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway,
Mine was
it's really
she
fascinating.
She beat him, and it lasted one day.
Oh, that was it.
That
In
was
and
it.
Out.
That
Yeah.
was
No,
good.
mine was. Do you guys remember? Mine was like 5
remember.
days. That was hardcore, and then I had to be the actual foreman.
Can you imagine
So
Dawn
in jury
Davenport being
duty-
the foreman of a jury?
I
Like, if
was.
So you the one making the
Listen,
real
I'm like,
decision.
Let's go.
Let's get it on.
Let's make our decision here. Let's go. Let's talk
We got
about this.
places
Come
to
on.
be, y'all.
So what if the guy that his life is hanging in the balance, and you're the jury foreman, and he knows who you are? Like, what is he thinking? Is he comfortable or not comfortable?
Well, it wasn't a murder case. It was a
That's what I was finna say.
malpractice case.
That's the case. If it's murder on the line, that's a little different.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want. I'm out. Listen,
Murder was the case that
I-
they gave you.
No, but it was funny in this jury duty show. Like at the beginning when they're doing
That's amazing.
jury selection, all these people come up with these wild ideas, you
Yeah.
know, and you're just laughing. But it's true. People seriously come up with the craziest BS to try and get out of jury duty. I remember just sitting there looking at some of these people like, you think that is going to work? You really just stood up and said, well, I got a bad knee, so I can't sit a long time. They seriously-
Have you done it?
Yeah. No, I sent them my contract and I had to go out of the country.
Oh.
Oh,
let
so
me
you
off.
got out of it.
Well, okay, so let me turn toward you. Right. So when I went to jury duty, I thought for sure there's no way they would pick me when they ask what I do for a living.
yeah. Right. And
Did you think the same thing?
yes,
And they picked you
1,000%. And
because
I got picked.
because they felt like they know you.
Correct.
Yep.
And
That's what
they
happened.
knew that I would. This is what the attorney who listens to the show, by the way.
Yeah.
They won. They ended up winning the case.
Same
But
with mine.
talk to him after the fact. But for one, the defendant was an Auburn grad and an athlete.
Listen.
So of course you're going to fight.
kidding
to
me
get,
right now?
What,
makes
wouldn't you
sense.
fight for an Auburn grad and a former athlete on the jury if that's the defendant? I mean, I would.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
But they knew
Right,
what I
for sure.
did
Right.
because of the radio show too. And then, during questioning at the end of it, they were like, "Well, do you think that Mayor and Slay will be okay without you for a little bit?" And I was
Really?
like, "Sure." What I should have said
I don't
was
know, Slay, what do you
absolutely
think?
not.
Yeah.
That should be
Like
my
one
my
day
cue
now
to
and
get
then.
out of here.
Yeah,
Flip
one
a coin.
day
Yeah.
here and there.
Just
Like
flip a coin for it.
when you
Anyway.
delivered a baby in Atlanta yesterday.
Right. Yes. One day here and there, and I heard it was absolutely off the rails. And I just took us off the rails today. So sorry.
Good job, Babs.
You want to get back on? No more jury duty talk. But all
So-
of that to say, Zeph just told me the time and said, "Stop talking."
He's got a really cute picture.
I
on
know.
his
I thought you were
phone of
showing me
his-
your picture of you and your
Like, why,
sweet
Zeph, why are you
fiance.
showing us that? Like, it's okay,
Why,
cool.
why is that not
Because
you?
he's like, now
You
you
got
have
a
to take a
fiance.
break.
All right,
Okay,
great.
hit it. Will Levis.
Why is that not you in a Cracker Barrel uniform? You said you were going to wear it.
I don't have it with me. We're in Vegas.
Did you know that he's a 4-star Cracker
Yeah,
Barrel person?
Absolutely.
See, Dawn believes me.
He's a 4-star producer.
Look, Slay doesn't. I don't- Slade doesn't believe I work at Cracker Barrel. Anyways,
Well,
Slade's
listen.
convinced that Zeph has more than one job, and
Hey, you
none
also
of them are real.
have to remember once you get your stars at Cracker Barrel, they don't take them away. So he's been there so long. You know, in the beginning, like he was with us, he's like
I basically
the
founded Cracker Barrel.
perfect employee.
It's all up front, baby.
It's all up front. See, now we're
Wait.
starting to see the cracks in him.
There you go.
The cracks in the
Big-
Cracker Barrel.
Thank you,
Yeah.
So they
Thank
But
can't.
they've already given him his stars, so
They
they're not
can't
going to
take-
take him
They
away.
can't take the 4 stars away from you.
Not unless
You can't drop down to 3 stars.
Not unless I like quit and leave for
then
a certain
come back.
amount of time and then
Yeah.
try and come back.
Well, because
So
they don't
this
want
is
to
for
give him a
life.
new embroidered apron with his name on it.
No, I don't get an
What
apron.
if
I'm
you
in the back of house.
Oh, sorry.
What if you throw scrambled eggs at people?
I have done that.
What?
Oh, jeez.
See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, more and more. Just talk to Zeph longer and longer. and more
He's
and
got a
more
temper
come out.
problem.
No. I play around way too much at work.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't take
can
it
see that.
seriously. Anyways, what are Will Levis's odds
Thank you, Zeph.
for his over under on?
Right. So Aaron Rodgers is at 36.50 and a half. I'm going under. These two are going over. Justin Herbert over under passing yards 3,500 and a half. I'm going over. These guys are going under. Will Levis is the last name on the list. 3,300 and a half. Over under. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, some reports out too that not a great day for the Titans offense today.
Yes, we'll talk about it later when we come back. Not Todd Furman. Greg Cosell will join us.
Yeah.
And he wants to talk about the Titans' defense and how different it is with Arden Key now back. We'll get into the Will Levis stuff later. 3,300 and a half.
It's pretty low.
That's what I think, Babs.
3HL broadcasting live from Circa Hotel.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
And-
Will Levis doesn't get any.
Hey.
All right, we'll end on that. We'll be right back. Want to tell you about my friends at Brentwood Jewelry. You need to meet the Amamali family. They will help you out with all of your gifting responsibilities. BrentwoodJewelry.com is the website. They are your place to go. And, man, if you like watches like I do, they are the place to be if you are a watch guy. There is no place better to shop than Brentwood Jewelry. They have a large selection of timepieces, including brands like Bremont, Tissot, Oris, Longines, and Luminox. You can get there and pick yourself out something nice, really nice color. Also, Brentwood Jewelry's pre-owned Rolex marketplace with fine pre-owned Rolexes for a fraction of the cost. Check them out online, BrentwoodJewelry.com. Brentwood Jewelry here to help you pop the question. Let them help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings or talk with their specific and very special custom design specialists to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. BrentwoodJewelry.com is the website. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com.
What's happening, people? You know when that thunder comes through and then, you know, it's followed by the lightning, and then you look up and the power is out, the party is over.
What does that sound like?
Thunder rolls. That's exactly what it sounds like. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You got to have that in there, man. You need a generator also. You need an automatic standby generator to kick on immediately so you don't lose your sanity. And kids running around. Kids got to get up. You need that food in the refrigerator. Don't let it go to
I
waste.
was going to say, don't leave your food in the freezer.
All of that, man. You need, and you can get a
Stinks.
special offer, Babsy. If you want to, get with Cove Generators. You got a special offer, Babsy. Tell them about the special offer.
Yes, so today's August 22nd. You have until August 31st to reach out to Generator Dave at Cove Generators and tell them you heard about him right here on the Zone with
Right.
Dawn, with Slay, with 3HL. And guess what? $500 off.
Boom.
Right then and there, Generator Dave will take care of you. So get you a Generac automatic standby generator from Cove Generators. They will take care of you and make sure that your family's protected and you never lose power again. Give them a call at 931-559-3311. That's Cove, C-O-V-E, generators.com.
Stay connected through it all.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, broadcasting live in Vegas. Zeph just flaunting his chips in front of Babsy. She's already been through her budget. Zeph has 3 chips. What is that worth?
Let me let them know. Let me let them know what that really means.
All
What
right,
that
Slay.
really
All right,
is
Slay.
is that burning a hole. That's what we call it, burning a hole in a person's
Yes,
life.
it is.
When he starts, like,
You can't stop
brings
playing
it
with
out.
it. Yeah, you can't stop playing with it. Yep, it's
And plays with it.
And you know what? That's trouble. So let me tell you, just
He's
a word
kind of a jerk for doing it in front of me.
It's
Because
kind of what I was
Very
thinking.
true, Babs.
I lost
It's
a
kinda what
lot
I
of
was thinking.
You
those.
know what this is, Don?
Very true, Babs.
It's motivation for tonight for
Wow.
you.
No, I have already run through my gambling budget
Yeah, she's
for
done.
the trip.
She's done.
See, this is how you get in trouble. Listen. Yeah. Get those chips out of my face.
Hey, guess what?
What?
He better start leaving him in the room or go gamble. I'm telling you, put it down. That's how you lose.
It's going to come back and get you.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah,
I love how you
still
said
playing
down
with
right
it too.
there.
This is how you get. Hey, he went and played roulette this morning. He's
Is that
in.
good?
He's
He's
jumped
in.
out.
I'm telling you, he's
Shout
already in.
out, shout out to the tweakers.
Dollar machine, but
What are we supposed to bet
Definitely
on roulette?
Gazelle.
Black what?
saw one of them
7, I believe.
Oh,
outside.
Wasn't it?
No, it was 16. No,
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
hit
here we
us.
go.
Hit us in the
Yep.
chat.
Somebody-
hit us
here
on
we go.
Twitter. What we're supposed to bet
somebody
on.
wrote
Yep.
one early on. I'm gonna go back and find it.
Greg
Yep.
Cosell joins us now from NFL Films, NFL Matchup. Greg, what's up? How are you?
Uh-oh, we can't hear him.
Can't hear Greg.
Reed, you got us?
Reed is
Sean Matthews said black 24.
Black.
Oh, that
24.
wasn't
That
the
wasn't a
one,
number
though.
though. Yeah, that wasn't a number. That wasn't a number.
Now
I
we're
think
going to
that's
get like
Sean.
8
It wasn't a number. It
million
wasn't a number.
numbers thrown at us.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Cosell, can you hear us yet?
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Ah, there we are.
There he is. Cosell, what do you do when you go to the casino? What do you bet on?
I don't go to casinos, so I can't answer that.
I mean,
Have you ever
never.
I've never. I don't think I've. Number one, I never bet on a sporting event in my life, and I don't really bet, so I don't. It's not something that is even in my mind ever.
Wow, you're a lot like Slay.
What?
Right.
Yeah, total
Cosell
opposite.
knows better
He's
than
at the
that.
other end of the spectrum.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I love it.
so how come you guys are in Vegas?
We are here for the Circa.
Survivor Million, like tournament. If you want.
Yes. So they've brought us up the ultimate
Ultimate
contest
contest, that's
weekend. So they brought us out to broadcast here and talk about it and hang out and clearly leave all of my money at the Circa Casino.
Oh well,
Yeah, they wanted Don's money. That's what happened.
Yeah, Don, that's your problem.
I know. Dang
So,
it.
all right,
We'll have to review the film, Cosell.
let's
Made some
talk.
bad choices.
Let's talk about the Titans defense. All right, so Arden Key wins his appeal. Apparently, it hasn't been
Very
announced
surprising.
officially.
That normally does not happen.
It doesn't happen normally. You are right. But what is this defense for the Titans with him compared with without him?
Well, now we know that they're with him. So that's really where we stand. He's a really, really good player because he can play both inside and outside, depending on your personnel, depending on down and distance, and he can rush the quarterback. He's long, he's athletic, he's multi-positional, so it really changes everything. Without him, there were some questions as to how they might get some pass rush, particularly off the edge. So that's a really important move for them, the fact that he won his appeal and will be obviously ready to go week 1.
So otherwise, defensively for the Titans, obviously depth really at that linebacker position is an issue. And so, everybody's talked about, we've had numerous conversations with you about Dr. Gibby. Everybody's talking about Chance Campbell. Now, just tell me what you see with it. It's almost like you want to combine Chance and Dr. Gibby into one player, right?
Well, it's funny. You asked me about Chance Campbell last week when I was there, and I don't
did.
think I gave the right answer. So I made it a point to watch the Titans defense this week because Campbell, I think, played all but 2 snaps.
Yes.
First of all, he's bigger than I had remembered when you asked me last week because he is. I looked back at my combine notes on him, and he's 6'2", so he's got good size. And again, let's put aside who he was playing against because, yes, does that factor in? Sure it does. But I think when I watch a player, I'm thinking about what kind of traits and attributes is he showing on film. Are they positive? Are they negative? Do I think they'll cause a problem when if he were to become a starting player? And I think let me speak about him this way. There'll probably be some concerns about him with his physical ability to stack and shed in the run game, but there's no question he's a really aggressive, high motor player. I thought that he was very quick to key and diagnose, which then resulted him playing with a quick trigger. He attacked downhill. He's tenacious. He's aggressive. These guys, for me, are always difficult to transition to the league one way or the other because they're not high-level athletes, but the guys who see it quick and therefore can react quick, normally there's a place for those guys in the league. And he's got better size than I had initially thought, Dawn, when you asked me about him last week.
Okay.
I'm glad
you go.
I'm glad you did
I'm
that.
glad you came back to revisit that too, just because that's one of my biggest concerns with this Titans defense is that position group, the depth on that side of the ball. When you look at just as a whole, we don't know what the roster is yet, but that's a guy that maybe can step in and help you.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'll make the team because my guess is he's a very good special teams player. So I assume he'll make the team one way or the other. So therefore, with Cedric Gray not really having a true training camp up to this point, he's
struggling, Cosell.
What's that?
Yeah.
I think he's struggling. Before he got injured, I think he was struggling with the transition.
Yeah, so it might take a year. Don't forget, he's a 4th-round pick. So right. I know people might, because the position is one that's considered to be kind of a work in progress. I'm sure when they drafted Gray, given what he did in college, people thought, oh, this guy's going to step right in and start. But he was a 4th-round pick. It's not like he was a top 40 pick in the draft. So, it might be a year before he's really a factor at all. So you have someone like Campbell who's been there since 2022. It's his 3rd year. And yes, he was a 6th-round pick, but he was productive in the SEC, made a lot of tackles. And that's why I really wanted to look at him carefully. Like I said, guys like that, and I'll be the first to admit it, he could end up being a starting player and be really good. And when I say really good, I don't mean he's going to, be on his way to a Hall of Fame career. But he could be a quality starter, or he could be a guy because he doesn't have great athleticism that just is a guy you're always looking to replace. I'm not sure, but I did watch him carefully, and he did show some positive traits.
All right.
Greg Cosell with us on 3HL.
Coach. I was going to say Coach Cosell. Yeah.
Hey, Coach Cosell.
Giving us coach talk a little bit on the whiteboard. Cosell, let me ask you, man, when you went back to go watch Chance Campbell, did you happen to see Otis Reese popping off the tape?
Yeah, well, I remember watching him last year because he played in meaningful games last year at the end of the year. And, he's more of a quickness player. He's a lighter player. I don't know. He probably added some weight because he had to play stack backer. But I remember seeing him last year, and the thing that I immediately noticed was that he was quick. But I don't have a great feel for him as to whether he could be a starting linebacker in the league. The other guy I took, a pretty close look at was James Williams, because James Williams, and again, he's a 7th-round pick, and I'm sure a lot of people thought coming out of the U that he'd be a much higher pick. Particularly, this kid was a big-time 5-star recruit. Obviously, he was a safety in college. He's making a transition to linebacker. He's got tremendous size, tremendous length. He probably has a lot to learn to see the game. When you see the game from a totally different spot on the field, it's different. You just have to kind of learn all that as you're playing. So I don't know where he stands sort of in the pecking order. I don't know. Look, 7th-round picks get cut a lot too. So I don't know if he's a guy that they see as, hey, he's going to make the team because we like what we see and he's learning, or, hey, he's just, he's not going to be a linebacker for us and we're going to cut him. I don't know that, but he's obviously a big physical athlete.
That makes a whole lot of sense, especially that seeing the field from a different spot. When you have everything in front of you now, you got to be instinctive and know what's going on behind you as well. So with him, your guy has been making waves, and people are raving about him. Jarvis Brownlee is really making some waves, Cosell.
Yeah, I really like Jarvis Brownlee. He's going to play in this league, and at some point he's going to be a starter. Obviously he may not be this year with the Titans, but he's one of those guys that you're going to feel like, I got to find a way to get this guy on the field at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, he is super competitive. He's got the traits to play corner. He can play press. My guess is he needs to learn a little bit, as he plays. This is what we spoke to Denard Wilson about, eye discipline. When you play off coverage and you're playing zone, eye discipline, understanding the gray areas in zone coverage, that really comes into play. Understanding route concepts based on wide receiver splits, that's really important. Yeah, he'll have those things to learn, but there is no question that Brownlee is a highly, highly competitive press man corner. He's inside, outside, versatile, and he's a really interesting player. The other player I watch closely, because Denard Wilson and I spoke about him, was Justin Harrell. Another late round pick, but came out of Michigan, the national championship team. I thought he looked good this past week.
Yeah.
Again, he's long, he's lean, he's athletic. I thought he showed some speed to power conversion. I thought he showed some lateral quickness. He's an intriguing player to me because just looking at him, he looks like a player.
Right.
The head coach brought him up, actually, without even being asked, and talked about him being, like a late round guy. And I understand, what people think about that, but he is turning into a rotational player for us.
Yeah, it would not surprise me. I mean, he's, again, another 7th round pick, but obviously played a lot of college football at a high level, Michigan being a national champion in the year before, getting, I think, to the Final Four, if I'm not mistaken. If memory serves me correct, I think they got beat by TCU that year. But he just looks the part. And he's one of those guys, and it's a hard question to answer. I actually asked Denard Wilson about it, and they talk in terms of working on his technique, getting him consistent, the whole deal. But it's a hard question to answer because when you see him do it the right way, you go, wow, this guy looks like he can be a player. But it just doesn't happen, and it didn't even in college, which is why he's a 7th round pick. It just didn't happen often enough. But it's there in his body. So that now it's on the coaching staff and him. I don't know Jalen Harrell at all, but it's on the coaching staff and the player.
Cosell, man, you also have guys that are making moves around the league. The Eagles just made a big acquisition when it comes to the slot spot. What do you think with Jahan Dotson, and what does that mean for Jalen Hurts? More pressure on him? Does he
I don't know what happened
like
in
before?
Washington. I obviously new coaching staff, so something went wrong there because Jahan Dotson, I loved him coming out of Penn State. I thought his rookie season that he showed where he could become a really quality wide receiver. Obviously, his second year wasn't quite as good, so I don't know what happened. But if he can become what he clearly has the ability to be, then this is a great move for the Eagles, and they did not give up very much at all to get a guy that was a 1st-round pick not that long ago, and it was evident that the Eagles felt they needed a 3rd receiver. Going through their camp, they have got 2 really good receivers, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and they were just searching for that 3rd guy. So that's a critical piece because Kellen Moore, their new OC, he would like to play a good amount of 11 personnel.
That's weird, man, because you would think you would keep a weapon like that for Jaden Daniels, who seems to be thriving right now. Of course, it is.
Yeah, that's why, Slay, something happened which we don't know about. We're not there.
Yeah.
Something just didn't click with the player, with the coaching staff. Again, I don't know the player personally, so I can't speak to any of that. But when you get rid of a guy that was a 1st-round pick 2 years ago and had a really good rookie year, then something went wrong.
Yeah.
Greg Cosell with us on 3HL. You're involved with the 33rd team.
I am indeed.
They just released their top wide receiver rooms. And the Houston Texans were number 1. Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell. Certainly Philly will move up when you add the piece they added today to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Titans are 11th. What do you think about the Titans wide receiver room, and where do you think they are?
Well, I mean, obviously we're going to discuss this as if DeAndre Hopkins is playing.
Right.
It's a really good wide receiver group. I mean, again, everybody loves rankings and lists. I can't think of every team in the league right off the top of my head right now. But, I mean, if you're talking about a healthy Hopkins, Ridley, and Boyd, and Boyd's a really good slot receiver, really good, really understands the game, understands how to get open versus both man and zone. Not necessarily an explosive player, but you don't need him to be. That's a really good trio of receivers. So, I mean, they're like I said, I can't think of every team right now, but this is a really good group. And the advantage that Boyd has is he understands this offense inside and out. He understands how it's taught. He understands all the adjustments. He understands everything about this offense, and that's only going to help Will Levis.
Right, and that's where I was going to go with that, with Tyler Boyd. He was back out at practice yesterday. He had missed some time. And Will Levis had talked about how this was, I think, in the spring. He was talking about it during the OTAs, about how Tyler Boyd understood the offense so well that he could kind of communicate with Levis pre-snap about what they needed to do check-wise. And I'm just curious, like, how much that helps from an offensive installation process when you're going into year one with this new group.
It helps tremendously. When players can, in a sense, coach as well as play, it's really, really helpful. Because when you work, receiver, either outside or inside, but it's really a big factor inside. You're running routes off leverage. You're running routes off the positioning of defenders. You're not just looking to beat a guy one-on-one, which often is more the case on the outside. Inside, you're very often working off leverage of defenders. And by leverage, we mean how they're positioned. So the quarterback and the receiver have to see that the same way. And I guarantee there'll be a lot of discussions with Tyler Boyd and Will Levis about, hey, how they see it. Hey, look, in this coverage, this slot defender or this linebacker, he's going to line up here, so I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this. And they have to see that the same way. And that takes time, but it's also, Boyd knows all that stuff. He knows that stuff, very easily. For him, that's no big deal at this point in his career. He's thrived doing that. So now he sort of has to work with Will. The coaches can help it, obviously, but when players can work that out themselves, particularly in a game where they're the ones on the field, that is really helpful.
Love it. Greg Cosell, appreciate you. Next week we'll be talking about regular season stuff.
Oh, God, we got the Chicago Bears.
Thank goodness.
That game will be here before we know it.
Aren't you excited, Cosell?
Oh, I'm really excited. And I'm glad, Dawn.
I know how much you love preseason games.
Right, but he did offer a take about Caleb Williams. Like, that man's going to have to be dealt with, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. And, Dawn, you got your first game. I'm glad you got my stuff and hope that helped.
Yes, thank you so much, Cosell. Yeah, I already told our listeners, I'm like, okay, the detail that Cosell does his job with is phenomenal.
Can we announce that? No.
Well, good.
Yes,
I'm glad.
it's public. It's public.
I spend a few minutes here and there once in a while.
There you go. Greg Cosell, NFL Films,
Thank
NFL
you,
Matchup.
Cosell.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, Dawn will be doing the Texas game on the sidelines for
Yes.
the opener, which I announced a week before it came out.
Yes. As Zeph
You called
said,
it, yo.
what did Mayor said? Hey,
got
I
reps.
broke that news. I'm like, yeah, you were not supposed to say anything yet.
She sent us a text like
Got a
it's
main
official, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I broke that last week. I don't know what you're talking about.
As Zeph said, Mayor can't keep a secret.
Reps.
Main ones.
Your reps, your rep told you.
Rep that is involved.
When
I
we
am
come back.
excited to see Texas, though, in person.
When we
I
come
can't
back,
wait to-
I can't wait to get your take. I always love your takes when you
Me
go
too.
see these teams play.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, we talked about Aaron Rodgers over under 3650 and a half passing yards from Circa. Justin Herbert 3,500 and a half over under. Will Levis 3,300 and a half passing yards.
Because the hate is going to hate.
Over that number? Some people think first 4,000-yard passer in Titans history.
Okay, there's a big difference between 4,000 and 3,300.
We'll
Can
talk
we
about
not
who-
just go with 3,300 over and under? Why do we have to jump to 4K?
Like 3,427 yards.
I mean, seriously. There's
know
a
what I'm
big
doing.
difference.
Oh, Slate knows what he's doing.
Know what I'm
We'll do
doing.
that next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Thank you, Circa. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, that's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, new or pre-owned, my guys at Gupton are there ready to help you out. Whether you're looking, again, for a car, truck, SUV, Jeep, Sprinter van. Maybe you got a bunch of people you need to cart around. My guys at Gupton can help you out. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee, just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. The website has all of the information, all of the dealership information that you need. Car, truck, SUV, Jeep, Sprinter van, like I said, new or pre-owned. You'll find all of the inventory there, all of the information, phone number, address, deals they have going on right there. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Take 24 West toward Clarksville. Exit 35 is about 9 miles outside the city, and you'll be able to take advantage of what they've got going on. Take your test drive, go inside. They will help make the numbers work. It'll be that easy. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Again, 3450 Tom Austin Highway, Springfield, Tennessee, just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
I love living in Middle Tennessee. We've got great restaurants, entertainment, sports, and one of the nation's top Ford dealers right here in our backyard. Two Rivers Ford. Remember that name. Two Rivers has been a staple in our community since 1983. They're locally owned. They have a non-commissioned sales team, and they sell below MSRP. They've been doing business with integrity for decades. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
.3HL 104.5 The Zone. Reed is producing. Zeph is here with us with his silver chain and his 3 chips in his pocket that he keeps bringing out.
Zeph is here out of control.
They're fun to play with, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah, they were last night. I wouldn't know today. God, I'm like bitter.
Your husband texted us to watch out for you. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, no, he didn't tell me he was going to, but it does not surprise me.
Right. He did it
figured
last
he
time
would.
we came here.
Yep. My mom actually asked for y'all's numbers as well.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Okay. That means,
'cause
okay.
She wanted, actually, I'm not going to lie, she specifically asked for Slay's.
Well, yeah.
Love you,
I mean,
bro.
I would
But
too.
she was like, can you give me Slay's number? I'm like, no.
I so
I'm
desperately
not doing that to him.
Buff
No.
is my girl, man.
I
You should've gave her a
desperately
number.
want Buff to call Slay.
Don't worry, I'm gonna message her on Facebook.
Oh,
We're
my
Facebook
gosh.
friends.
Oh, she's all about some Facebook now.
We're Facebook.
She's
friends.
funny because like she'll respond to a tweet like 7 months after the
Yeah,
tweet
because she
happened.
only gets on Twitter every 7 months. And then she'll find like all these old tweets.
I want the FaceTime of Buffy
oh.
and Slay Dog.
She's on Instagram now.
Is she?
She's
Oh,
on
let me go
Instagram.
find her.
So I forget what I put a picture up of. Oh, from ESPN, from our college football seminar.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
Buff writes, "You look so gorgeous. I'm so proud of you. You're so great." I'm
You
like,
know what
okay.
that- you know what
Thanks,
that is.
Mom. Thanks, Mom.
She just put that on public profile or whatever.
Yeah, she put it
Yeah,
out there
okay.
publicly. I'm
Well-
like, Mom, you can just text me.
But you look like her, so that's what she's doing.
I do. I look
Well,
exactly
you sure
like her.
do. I'm going to find it.
I'm turning into her. Lord help us all.
Where's Buff?
Although she's like
So,
way nicer than I am.
We came up with this yesterday. Babs, you're not going to believe this, but yesterday was kind of a Shiana show.
Gee, I'm shocked.
And we came up with
I'm sorry to all our listeners. I won't leave
Oh,
you
they were
ever
asking-
again.
they were asking
except
for you to be
every
back.
Friday in football season.
yeah, they were asking for you to be back. No, we were talking about baby Babs and her affinity toward entertainment, and that she has picked up a guitar and started
sister.
playing it at home, and like she has a stage that she has outlined as her area
Yeah.
at home, and all these things. So we started talking about baby Babs becoming like a child star, and that Dawn Davenport would be her
I found her.
manager.
Oh, I would be a manager. You
Can
know,
you believe? I mean, can you even contemplate a scenario that includes baby Babs as a star child and Dawn Davenport as the manager mom?
dude? I would have to be all over. Listen, all these child stars end
Davenport,
up
there
like
you go.
addicted to drugs and
Oh yeah, you got to keep her
I
on.
mean,
Hey, what did Chris
keep
Rock
them off
say?
the pole.
That's
Keep
what
'em off
Chris
the
Keep
Rock
her off
said.
the pole.
Slay, what did
That's
Chris
what
Rock
Travis
say?
says all the time when she's like dancing and shaking her hips.
That's
at
his
4.
one goal as a dad, to keep her off the pole.
her
That's
off
what
the
Chris
pole.
Rock said.
Yeah. Ugh, Lord.
Also, Chris Rock said, wherever you are in America, if you're on Martin Luther King Boulevard, run.
Is he still? I mean, I feel like comedy has changed so much in our society. Like everybody gets offended by everything
Right.
nowadays,
And people would get
regardless.
offended by that joke.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
absolutely. I mean, people get offended by the,
Yeah.
Keep
keep them
your
off the
daughter off
pole.
the
Like,
pole, yeah.
guess what? Strippers are people too. I mean,
Absolutely,
Hey,
Babs.
that's a
So-
T-shirt we can all wear.
Absolutely.
That's right.
It's probably
Yeah.
already out there, though.
I mean, and they're probably,
Tweakers.
they're just trying to
Yeah,
work
shout
their
out
way
to
through
tweakers.
college. Like,
That's
come
right.
on. Sometimes, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. They have dancers. That's right. They have dancers here in between all the tables.
They sure do.
They were jamming last night. I
They
was
were
like,
jamming.
this is going to be my new, this right here is my new job.
One looked a
so,
little tired.
Buck, you can kiss it. Yeah, there was one that was not
Yeah,
interested
dude.
in being up there.
At
I'm like,
all.
listen, you've got to embrace
You gotta make
this.
this. You got to make
I
this
need
your
you
moment.
to be a
right?
little more passionate
Yes.
in your dancing.
Make it your moment.
Let me show you some videos. Let me show
Let me
you
show you
how
how
you
you're
can
supposed to get down.
really get down when your legs don't move with your arms.
How to dance.
He's gotten
by
up
Dawn
there and
Dragon.
showed her how to do it.
Do you think I should have?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that pit
They probably
boss-
would have kicked
Yeah,
you out.
but-
Maybe-
That
listen.
pit boss didn't like me anyway.
Yeah.
Listen, maybe tonight because you don't have any more money. So,
That's right.
like, just
She's gonna make some.
Oh, maybe I can
by
make
getting up
some.
and dancing.
This is a hell of a conversation in Vegas.
Yes.
we were
In
going to
Vegas.
talk
All right.
about Will Levis. Over under yardage for him passing wise, 3,300 and a half. That
Over.
is a low number.
Over.
Right? Isn't that a no-brainer?
I
While we're
was-
sitting here at Circa?
I wish I could reset it because I reset it.
Well, because you have to remember, too, like they're going to use the running backs in the passing game this year, too, right?
Yep.
And that is something that has never really been a part of a Titans offense.
Do you know where he ranks in terms of 2024 total regular season passing yards from Circa Sports? He's 27th.
Jeez. I mean, but that's also.
Are we looking at this from a wrong lens?
We're not that big of homers. We're
No.
not. We will. I'm serious.
I agree.
We will
agree.
absolutely call out
Yeah.
the
Well,
Titans
yeah,
and
when you-
say bad things about the team when it's bad. And
Well, when
listen,
you
there
suck,
are
you
reports
suck.
that
I
it
mean,
was
like-
bad today. That the Titans' offense was bad today.
Yep.
We are not homers.
No, we're not.
I mean,
I can be sometimes.
Maybe you are a little bit when it comes
I
to like
accept
that.
it. Yeah, I accept it.
That ugly shade of orange.
Yeah.
But,
Hey, lady.
but for the most part, I feel like we're pretty.
What? What
Listen,
just happened?
oh,
Thank you, Reed.
What just
Come
happened?
on.
Oh no, Reed had my back though.
All right. Before we get, I mean,
Anyway.
way into many things.
But guess what? Bring this back up when we come on the other side of the hour because I
Yes,
got something to defend
because-
this too.
The Will Levis number
And-
or the ugly shade
Will
of
Levis.
orange?
All of the above.
That was the lost talking.
Do you also have Ryan Tannehill's numbers
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
when he was successful?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah, the Titans have never had a 4,000-yard passer since they have been the Titans. So can he get
I'm
there?
not-
That's 700 yards above the number.
Yeah,
All right,
that's a lot of yards above the number,
Mm-hmm.
Mayor. Why? No, you can't go from 3,300 to 4,000.
Well, maybe you can. We'll talk about it next. What do you think? 615-737-1045. We are broadcasting live from Circa Hotel in Las Vegas, the ultimate contest weekend. Check them out online, circa.com. We'll be right back.
Twitch, please. Yes. I want to tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville because I've used Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. And when I realized that I needed new windows in my rental property and new doors and new windows in my actual home in the downstairs area, I went through the research of all the companies in and around Middle Tennessee and ended up loving Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. And I'll tell you, I'm not the only one either. I would love to recommend them to you review, just like all these people on Google have done as well. If you go to Google reviews and type in Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, you'll see a 4.9 rating with 1 million different reviews. And a lot of people talk about how different they are from their competitors, their quality of their product, the craftsmanship. And I'll tell you that my favorite part was their process of installation, the warranty work, lifetime warranties on their windows, and then on top of it, they have the staff in place to take care of you and back up their labor with a 10-year labor warranty, which is leading in the industry. So right now, 50% off qualifying installations and no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 full months. Schedule your free consultation at PellaNashville.com.
And good evening from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. I'm Joe Hunk. After Titans training camp today, head coach Brian Callahan met with the media. One thing he was asked about was if he is seeing progress from left tackle J.C. Latham.
Oh no, I've seen tremendous progress. He goes back and forth. He's got good days and bad days like all young players. But really, yesterday, even in like one-on-ones, it's the technical things. You see him throwing hands and he's landing strikes and he's just doing things that he hadn't done as much of. So I see sort of kind of continuous slow improvement from him. Things that maybe as you're watching practice doesn't feel the same to your eyes when you watch. Like this kind of looks like JC's out there still, but I think his improvement's been really, really good and steady, which is what you're hoping for.
For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. I hope you're having a great. What day is today? Thursday, Babs?
Yeah.
Why am I asking you? You never know.
I never know.
Thursday, yes.
Slay Dog.
Yes, Thursday.
What was
Winning
yesterday?
Thursday.
What was yesterday?
Thursday.
Hump day.
I mean,
Not hump day, no.
we are broadcasting live in Las Vegas.
Right.
Is there like a MMA fight we could go to or something like that? Like, Zeph is here. He's 23 years old. He's never been to Vegas.
I checked all the traps and
You checked all the traps.
yeah, it wasn't nothing really for us to get into. I tried to look and see if the Las Vegas Aces were playing. They played Wednesday night.
Oh,
They're going to Minnesota, so they'll be gone.
You
for the
are on
weekend.
it, dude. Like,
Yeah, I'm
you're
on
thinking
it.
about things that I didn't even think about.
Yeah, I ain't playing.
What about Benny Hanna? We going there?
I'm most definitely going to Benny Honda's with or without y'all.
No, tonight we're going to
No,
eat
not
with
tonight.
Todd.
Friday. I'm going to Friday.
Where are we going tonight?
An Italian
restaurant.
place.
I
Italiano,
completely
that's
forgot
Italiano.
about all of this, but Todd texted me yesterday
Italiano.
during the show, and he was like, "Are you guys still?" You weren't here for this. He was like, "Are you guys still good for dinner because y'all flake out a lot?"
What?
Right, Babs.
Who is he talking about?
That's what I'm saying, Babs.
We still good, by the way, for dinner tomorrow, which is today. Restaurant called to confirmed, and I know you guys are always flaky.
He's flaky.
This is what happens.
I don't think that we are flaky at all.
You don't?
I totally agree.
No. If we say we're going to do something,
We do
we're
it.
going to say, Zeph, are we flaky?
No, not really.
What
Yeah.
about Todd,
Really?
though? What about Todd Father?
No.
Like, Todd
No,
Father.
he's flaky.
Yeah, he didn't show up
okay.
last time we were in Vegas.
Yep.
See, you know what it probably is?
Yep.
You were
Oh, in
supposed to
his
raise
defense,
Facts.
we did forget
It's
to
SEC
call him.
media days.
Yeah.
It was SEC media. That's probably,
That's
what
what
it
that.
is.
Okay, he got a
Because-
leg to stand
Oh,
on.
he's still mad about that.
Yeah.
I mean, okay,
Yeah.
so to be fair,
Which
the
is
day
fair.
we were supposed to call him, it was Texas and Alabama Day.
Right, but also we didn't know what day it was, to Babs'
Also,
point.
True, it was.
So I texted him later. He was like, well, what's funny is he didn't text like before the show or during the show or even after we missed him.
It was like the next
while
day,
we
wasn't
were
it?
still on the air. No, it was
was
later
that
that
night.
night.
Yeah.
So like it
so he
wasn't
texted
like
after we had already started drinking,
Right.
which is always
Right,
the
but
best.
we
like-
didn't even make it back to our
but like
hotel.
if you
on that
really
day.
wanted to be on the show and you were supposed to be on at 4:20, wouldn't you text at like 4:45 and go,
Oh,
"Hey,
he
what
doesn't
happened?"
care if he's on with us or not.
That's what
Careless.
I'm saying.
He just wants
This
to
is
give
what
us
I'm-
crap.
Babs,
Okay,
you were speaking my language. This is what I told him.
but this also shows why he thinks we're flaky, and it's fair. It's fair.
You think it's fair?
Yeah, it's fair.
But here's the thing. We're going to go to an Italian restaurant. What's this
With his
Italian
wife.
restaurant called?
We get to hang out with his wife.
Yeah, he even got us like an extra seat just in case somebody like popped up. Like who would pop up?
Well, you never know in
Papa.
Vegas.
Who
Right?
who was the guy that Greg Cosell looked like he needed a box?
At Benihana's.
Wayne Newton.
Wayne Newton. What if Wayne Newton popped up at dinner?
I mean, there could be a wax statue of Wayne Newton, and we wouldn't know if it was him or not. So,
Yeah, I mean,
This is where we
listen,
are.
Listen, I'm not trying to be, mean, but
Yeah.
you're right there. So I asked him how dressy it is. He goes, "Ha ha ha! Not jeans and a polo, more than enough."
oh, I brought like a going out shirt.
Like a
You have a going out dress right now. What
This
are you
is
talking
not
about?
a going out dress.
Slay.
It's a lace dress. It's a summer dress. This
You're
is
in
not
Vegas. A lace dress works. What are you talking about?
Slay. Isn't this just like a
This is cool. Yeah,
summer
this
dress?
casual.
Thank
That
you.
ain't going out in Vegas
Listen.
dress.
This is not
Slay's
going
got-
Definitely
out.
not going out
Slay's
in
got
Vegas.
shorts and a boom boom room shirt on.
Yeah,
I
we're
look
ready
like-
to roll. I'm always like this, though.
I look like a 12-year-old.
All the time.
Like, this is a very
That ain't going out in
casual
Vegas.
and, like, covered up dress.
I wouldn't let her go out in Vegas dress.
Wow. Okay,
I have
so
like
that's
a
just cool. We're
no
kicking it
back
today.
halter top for
Whoa, whoa,
dinner.
whoa. This is making me nervous. What are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing jeans and a polo.
Well, ask
Okay.
Slay
That's what I have on right
what happened during his packing, because he might have to go buy himself another shirt because he forgot to pack his shirts. So,
All my shirts probably laying on the bed right
yeah.
now.
All of your
Except
shirts.
for his
About
polo.
3 shirts. A polo, a Nike shirt, and this shirt. And then a
You're
cutoff
good.
shirt.
You're good.
No.
No, you
Oh,
can't.
we
Not if
go-
we don't go somewhere. If we go somewhere else, I'm not good.
We can go shopping in Vegas like Pretty Woman.
Yeah, I don't like to shop in Vegas. I spend too much money shopping in Vegas.
Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Will Levis, 3,300 and a half.
Okay.
Wait, before you get to that, the restaurant is named Piros, P-I-E-R-O-S. 645.
Okay.
What? You
Is
didn't
it
know?
Piros? No, I didn't know.
But the other part of that is Todd is really like he did Italian restaurant because he wants to hear Slay speak Italian.
Oh,
And
you
Slay
think?
told him he won't speak Italian unless he's in the restaurant.
I'm getting fried.
No, we just got to get Slay fried
Yeah,
before,
that's
and then he will.
So you're just going to order
That's the only
for
time he ever
everybody?
spoke it.
I'm fine.
I
That's
love
right,
it when
Babs.
he speaks Italian. I also love it when you talk about Will Levis over under passing total.
I know.
Let me tell you why, though. I got something to fight this, though.
Yeah, okay, hit it. So, just so you know, Circa Sports, we have an entire packet of all the over-unders for different prop bets. Everything is in this packet for us, sitting right here.
Yep.
Will Levis, for this season, total regular season passing yards. Will Levis over-under 33 and a half
Yep.
is the number.
That is the number.
3,300 and a half. Yes.
The reason I'm saying he's going way over that, and when I say way over that, I'm meaning like
What did I say?
3,600.
Oh, okay. I think you know I didn't mean 33 and a half.
I was just clarifying.
That was the number I had for Traylon Burks, 32 and a half
Right.
over under receptions. And he's going to obliterate that for you guys.
Do you
too.
see
just
how
want
I
y'all to know
corrected her without her knowing that I corrected her, but then she asked you?
I said, what did I say? Yeah. Okay, so Slay. So
Yep.
so immediately, my immediate reaction is over, right?
Right, mine too.
Different
This
offense.
is the
They're gonna
easiest
throw-
bet in Vegas preseason. It's the easiest bet, is it not?
I agree.
Yeah, now it's the outside sources that haven't seen them and not looking at the Titans roster and knowing how these guys will show
Zeph,
up.
go put some money down on this.
And the
Let's go.
receivers.
That's the key part.
All right,
and
we'll walk
the
down to
fact
the,
that
sportsbook
your
in a minute.
running backs are going to be catching balls.
Yes.
And the fact that the offensive line is revamped,
Right.
even though my boy Latham had some issues.
Yeah, but they say they look much better today.
Yes.
Much better
I'm
today.
very confident that he will be okay, but there are going to be moments with him because we saw it.
So-
There's
That's what it
going to be
is.
moments.
So
and
Will
we knew
Levis-
that, but
Will Levis's over under is the exact same as Deshaun Watson's.
All right, cool. He gonna
That's
go under.
interesting.
But
I just
this
threw a
is what I'm
lot
telling
of
y'all.
cash toward you.
Yes.
Go put it on it.
We'll,
Put it
we'll,
on it.
we'll do it after the show.
we
to
might
lean
need that.
in on this. The reason I'm speaking this
What do
way
you
is
got?
because you look at Ryan Tannehill's numbers, who didn't have anywhere near the corpse of receivers that he had, that Will Levis
Corpse
will
of
have.
receivers, like dead receivers.
No, like the receiver court.
Core.
There's no P.
Core.
Oh,
You don't
sorry.
pronounce the P.
Core.
Corpses are
Yeah, I know
dead
that.
bodies.
No,
Yeah,
listen,
you're right.
I would have let that go if
No,
it
you're
wasn't
right. You're
talking
right.
about past
Neither one of
Titans
them had
receivers.
corpse. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, Slade.
Core. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Body.
dead body.
There you go.
Slade knew what he was doing.
Hey, so listen, 2020, not the first year when Ryan Tannehill got there, played
COVID year.
12 games, started 10, 2,742 yards.
Okay.
His full starting year, 3,819 yards. This is with your core of receivers being A.J. Brown, who we know went over 1,000, 105 targets. Corey
But also
Davis
was injured that year, right?
but-
was that
yes,
the year
he
he was
played
injured?
14 games. Corey Davis also played 14 games.
Corey Davis is also not in the league right now.
Right, 984
He's trying,
yards.
Babs. He's trying. He's
The
trying.
third receiver was Jonnu Smith, with 448 yards. So if you don't think for 1 second with the revamped line, thank you, Babsy, and different receivers with 3 receivers, Tyler Boyd, Calvin Ridley, D-Hop.
Yeah.
And even if D-Hop don't play every game of the season, you sub in Traylon Burks and
Or
NWI.
NWI.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. Listen to Ryan Tannehill's other backups. Adam Humphries, Anthony Ferguson.
Who was hurt.
Khalif Raymond.
Teeny tiny Khalif.
Cameron Batson.
That's what Mickey said.
Jeff Swain.
Jeez.
Michael Pruitt. NWI that year played 14 games, 3 receptions, 8 targets, 33 yards. I
forgot he was even on that roster.
Right. And then, listen, to go a step further.
This sounds like
the next year for Ryan Tannehill.
What year are you talking about? 20?
That was 20. That was
21.
That was
This
2020.
is
This is 21.
Okay.
This is 21.
Oh.
This is when Derrick Henry got hurt. He still passed for 3,734 yards, with his core of receivers being number 1, A.J. Brown. His number 2 was Julio Jones, who only played 10 games, had 48 targets, 434 yards. NWI had 476 yards. A.J. Brown had 105 targets, the same amount of targets, and only had 869 yards. So, the next receivers after that, Chester Rogers, Jeff Swain again, Marcus Johnson,
Mr. Rogers,
Josh
Chester
Reynolds,
Rogers.
yeah, Dez Fitzpatrick.
Oh.
Like, this is your lineup of receivers that you have to throw with. And listen, add this in. Your running back coming out the backfield was who? Derrick Henry. Now you throw a whole monkey wrench in it with 2 guys that can catch out the backfield, who I think will combine for at least 700 yards.
So in 2021, Ryan Tannehill threw for 3,734 yards. Again,
That's what I said.
Again, no Titans quarterback has thrown for 4,000.
Right.
All right.
Against
New
Todd Downing
England,
is gone.
Thank you.
Is that what Zeph wrote down to you?
The most important thing.
Yeah, that's a valid. Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Go ahead.
But had he thrown for a couple hundred yards against New England, he would have gotten to 4,000. New England. Titans lost that year at New England 36-13. Ryan Tannehill 11 of 21, 93 yards.
This is with the King.
This is with that run-heavy offense. This is that predictable offense.
Exactly.
That's why I just look at what the Titans have done.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree with Mayor. Easiest bet in Vegas this week.
I totally agree.
Can we go tell Radio Row, like, hey, man, we're
No.
We're just going to give you one.
We don't want them to run it up. Let us go place our bets, then we'll tell everybody.
Then we'll tell them?
Yeah.
We want to hear from you. 615-737-1045.
But had Tannehill thrown for like 300 against New England, he would have had 4,000.
Yeah.
320.
But you can't when you got a beast back there behind you and Derrick Henry. You have to give him the ball.
Not anymore.
Oh, another thing we need to throw in on that?
Yeah.
Efficiency. His completion percentage was 70%, 70.3 when he went for 27.42. That was in 12 games. 65.5% when he went for 38-19.
Damn, you're getting into the analytics.
And I ain't even no analytic guy, but I know
you're
this
Zach
right
Lyons
here. That's
right
all
now.
I got. No, I'm killing Zach Lyons.
So Jameson
I'm
on
barbecuing him.
Twitter
Yeah,
did say this.
Dude from Tuscaloosa.
That Levis bet is a health bet. If he's available all 17, give me the over. If not, it's the under.
I mean,
that's
yes.
fair.
And
That's
I'm not
fair.
even making it depend on if all his receivers are healthy.
Right.
I'm saying that with them going in and out, you got a plethora of receivers that you're going to have that can make something happen, so you don't miss.
Remember at practice when I walked by you, Babs? This was on the Zone Instagram feed, and you riding a motorcycle?
That's what Zeph's doing. Zeph's riding a little scooter. So they try to
Zeph
make
wants
you
us to
ride.
break.
Yep.
Remember when I walked by you, and there was like 4 dudes that would have, annihilated Levis on a play, and I just walked by you and said chalk outline.
Yeah.
And then everybody made fun of me for my white legs. So that's what happened. All right, when we come back, Ramon Foster.
Big Savage.
Big Savagery joins us next. We'll get his take on the Titans 3HL, broadcasting live from Circa Stadium Pool. We're going there at 8 in the morning. Is that what y'all said? Mm-hmm. All right. We'll see what tomorrow's show looks like. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. That is what the bet is.
All right. Have you ever thought about having wireless service and internet from the same provider? Yeah, you should do it, and you can do it with Xfinity. You want your mobile plan to keep you connected while not feeling like you're draining your bank account to afford it, right? Xfinity can help you. Home of the 10G network. The future starts now with Xfinity. Discover the nation's best kept secret. Switch to Xfinity Mobile now with the best price for 2 lines of unlimited. You can join the millions who save hundreds a year with Xfinity Mobile. It is one of the fastest growing mobile services with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You can get $30 a line per month with unlimited data when you get 2 lines. A mobile plan starting at $15 a month. Save hundreds a year with the best price for 2 lines of unlimited. Nationwide 5G included at no extra cost. That is Xfinity Mobile. You want it? Get it. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or just visit a store today.
Boom! 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. We've done no intros today.
We're
Do y'all
busy.
miss them?
Nah, we can skip them once in a while.
I did my own, remember?
Is this Flash
You did your
Dance?
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's black and yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Black and
that's
yellow.
right. It's Ramon.
Because Ramon's coming on. But we're broadcasting live in the Galaxy
I
Ballroom.
thought it was Flash Dance.
Flash Dance. What do you mean, like the 1982 movie?
Yes.
Babsy is locked and loaded,
Yeah.
all about entertaining and dancing right
Yes.
Well, we just
yes.
walked around the hotel. She's wearing like lifted up pumps or whatever they are.
Pumps. They're wedges. They're wedges, Mayor. Your description of my outfit today is just lacking big time.
She's taller
been
today.
something.
I don't know what it is.
Yes, I am not wearing flats. I actually have wedges on, so I am a little
Wedges, yeah.
taller.
A little.
I'm my volleyball height.
Yeah. She was listed at 5'7" at Auburn. She went to the doctor, I don't know, what was that, like a year ago? You found out you were 5'5"?
Yeah, I think I shrunk. I mean, Ramon knows he shrunk.
Ramon, what's up? You're not 6'8", are you?
Nah, I ain't ever claimed to be 6'8" like some people.
That's how you answer the question.
Well, I ain't ever asked that, but I will say this. Since Mayo dropped y'all location on that Italian spot, I looked it up, and that thing is nice. Y'all might be under draft. You might need to go put on some clothes.
You think so? I'm really nervous
No,
about
that-
it, Ramon.
No, that place is like casual nice, man. Like that's your part of the hood, like Brentwood, Franklin area. Like you can't just walk in there with some jeans.
Wait a minute.
and
Why are you going to put that?
and an
Why are you going to put that on me? These two get off the interstate before I do.
Humble,
Well,
humble
you-
Hendersonville there.
Yeah, Humble Hendersonville. You just a legacy guy out there, man. That's all, yo. I had to mess with you real quick, man.
I love it when you mess with me. Also, how do you not enjoy the NFL?
What is wrong with your brain?
I don't
NFL?
know.
It's the time change.
How does Savage enjoy the NFL? I think he enjoyed it quite a bit. 11 years.
I love
Part of
it.
the
I think it's
NFLPA.
treated
The red zone, Savage.
okay.
How do you not enjoy the red zone?
Because
that's weird.
one I can't gamble because I work for the Titans on the sideline,
right.
so it doesn't interest me to keep up with like the quick scores. Like I'm a guy that played the game, so like and I'm not dismissing anybody that didn't, but I like the process of seeing like scores. I like to see if they can drive all the way in, like cutting away to like watch.
You don't want to pick up the drive when they get into like the 30-yard line. or whatever.
No,
Oh,
absolutely
okay,
not.
I
And then
got you.
it's like I said it the other day. It's like false positive. Like we didn't like them whenever when COVID was around, right? Like so, I don't like false positive believing somebody's got a good quarterback or a real good offense when it's just a red zone score like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like
well,
it's cheating. It's cheating.
I love y'all's poll questions. I do, but that one got me, man, because like that fits right into my ADHD. Like I want as many things happening at once as possible. But here's the problem: like if you're watching the Titans and you have a second TV on the Red Zone channel, the Red Zone channel will go to the Titans like before you see it on network television. So like you really got to balance that.
But here's the other side of it for me too. I think it gives a false sense of like who's good and who's not, because that's why I think the Pro Bowl is always the same 20 or 40 guys every single year. It's because we only show the highlights. Like there are guys like Peter Skoronski or others, right, who will be good at their position, but because the red zone, they only see the scores of the guys that are doing certain things. So it just never moved me like that. It's too much going on, and I do think I got like ADD, but like in a sense, I've never been diagnosed. I'll claim it, but I just can't get with the switching back and forth. Yeah,
me neither. But you know what you know, right?
Yeah, you know what you know. But I like the process of it all. So don't let me rain on your parade, okay?
No, I get that. That's a very reasoned response, and you know I'm not here for that. But anyway, I do understand it. I appreciate it. So we were just debating, Savage. Will Levis's passing yardage total at Circa Sportsbook is 3,300 yards and a half. 3,300 and a half yards. Would you go over or under? And I'll just go ahead and tell you that we decided that that's the easiest bet in the sportsbook.
Yeah, I'd go over. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially with the way we've seen that offense be somewhat crafted. and training camp, yeah, I'm taking the over on that one, man. Just on the basis of, that Coach Callahan likes to get the ball out quick into the athlete's hands.
Yes.
The running backs are also a part of that too. And you look at, you got guys that are known for catching the football. DeAndre Hopkins, known for catching the football. Calvin Ridley, known for catching the football. It just makes sense to take that bet right there just on the basis of he's coming from an offense that also crafted Joe Burrow, and he's been around Peyton Manning. There's a lot that goes in, it's too easy. Honestly, yes, take that over.
I'm saying that all day too, Savage, for those and you're a guy that played the game, so you look at it a little differently. You've been with a guy, played with a guy and Ben who holds on to the ball quite a bit, but you've also seen when playing against guys when they get rid of it quick and what that means to the offense, what that means for the rhythm. And when you guys are rolling, that's not just for right then. We're trying to get into a playmaker's hands. It's to set the rhythm of the offense and get guys going. And does that help the offensive line? Because I think that's a huge part in in him getting those yards as well. Because I think the knock is, will he be banged up? Will he be unhealthy? But that helps the offensive line. Am I right or wrong with him being able to get the ball out quick as well?
100%. And here's the reason why. You let guys, okay, Savage, you say this all the time. If I'm missing a shot, I got to keep shooting. As soon as I catch my rhythm, I'm good to go. We just watched Steph Curry embarrass the world because it was the Olympics. We got to compare it to the world. He put the world on his back just because he called a rhythm, right? That's what you do in those moments like this. You take what's in front of you, you start inside out. And I'll never forget in times where we were just really going on offense, it'd be situations where Ben would be like, just get the ball to AB. We got to get him going. I'll never forget Ty Haley bringing that short in front of the sticks offense to us, and it was to keep the chains moving. There's nothing wrong with that at all. The issue that I've had when we're speaking about Will Levis going deep and stuff like that is you also have to be able to make your free throws too, right, Savage?
Right.
And that's where, to me, getting in the game flow and breaking down who you're going to target and go at as it pertains to how the offense is going to go, that's where staying in front of the sticks and putting the ball in Calvin Ridley's hands. I was at practice today, and I'll just say this. That slot action that he's going to have with Tyler Boyd and others, as far as Will Levis is concerned, it's probably going to not be overly exciting, but it's going to move the chains, man. And that guy still looks good at his age as far as his capabilities to run out the catch. That's what wide receivers also have to do their job and be smart as far as, okay, I got my 10 yards. Do I want to go 12? No, I'll get down because we've got the first down already. You know what I'm saying? You got smart guys that want the ball in their hand, and the best way for you to let them make plays is to throw it and get the heck out of the way. And I think that's what Coach Callahan and Nick Holtz want to do for this group.
And not only for the group, man, but doing it for the quarterback. I look back, and when you've been around watching the Cincinnati Bengals, he's been right there in the hip pocket of Zach Taylor, watching Joe Burrow go through injuries, knowing what it's like to coach up a line when it's not. Let's all be real. Joe Burrow was knocked down because his offensive line kept letting him get hit.
Yes, sir.
So
don't say that loud.
Yeah. So you gotta be able to go and switch up and understand how to keep him upright. You've seen that. So by bringing in Bill Callahan to fix your line and at least have some kind of foundation and being able to walk through that situation with Joe Burrow, I just don't understand, man. Why would it be a question he's never – I understand being a first-time head coach, but it's not like he's never seen this before, a bad offensive line.
No, absolutely not. And truth be told, man, if I can peel back the curtains a little bit, one of the main reasons Todd Haley, former head coach of the Chiefs and coordinator in Pittsburgh, was brought in is because he was good at getting the ball out of his quarterback's hands.
I remember that.
That's not a bad thing. When we had that conversation, of course, we took it as a shot to ourselves. What do you mean we can't protect? You want to get the ball out of Ben's hands because he's holding it. It wasn't the fact that we were bad at or we weren't good at pass protecting. It was that we continue to do these 5 and 7 steps drops. The quarterback is going to be more prone to hold on the ball because he's waiting for the play to develop. And that could mean a breakdown in your offense. What it means to, like you said, understand that you either got a young offensive line or a very new offensive line like the Titans do this year. it really helps everybody grow too, Savage, because like I know when you get a little bit of confidence at what you think you're good at, there's nothing that can stop you in those modes right there. Now, tip passes that we've seen happen in practice, that's got to get cleaned up. And his ability to dot, as the kids like to say, that's a dot. The way he's able to dot his wide receivers and throw to a spot so that they're not getting killed. This is where those balls been thrown, gives him more confidence where if I take a shot and I miss it, well, guess what? We're 2nd and 7, or 3rd and 7, and I know I can find my guys, or I have guys that can get open. So there's a lot of advantages to it. We had some people this morning saying, well, because I was just explaining, like, Deacon Dunk is cool, but you also need to be very good at the way Brady was. And a lot of the people in our F&M Bank chat was just like, well, that sounds like a Brady offense. One, let's not compare him to Brady just yet. Two, we're just talking about him being methodical and fitting himself into the system to make sure everybody is successful. That's all we all want for Will Levis, because here's the other part of this, too. As it pertains to the amount of money that was spent last year, this year, the guys that you took in the draft, the back end of this draft, that seems to be, these guys are going to show up, it seems, this year. And even looking at Tajay and getting Tony Pollard, right? You can't say if Will Levis doesn't do good that they didn't try. There's a situation where he doesn't have a fifth-year option. So a lot of the stuff that we as people who are sports entertainers or you sports journalists out there are doing is this. We got to see Will Levis pop soon. And there's no pressure to it, but there needs to be I'm talking about leaps taken over the course of this second year for him, because the sand is going through the hourglass quicker for him than, let's say, other quarterbacks that are coming to this league. Like, he's not afforded the same grace that C.J. Stroud is going to be given just because of that fifth-year option. So, yes, he's got to be really good at doing this very simple, keep the ball in front of you, take care of the ball style of offense, man. And today I thought was a better day for him on doing that.
Huh.
Savage, meet Don Davenport.
I'm not sure that I approve of your language of you sports journalists.
Well,
you thought maybe I would let that slide there, but I don't know.
Capital J, Davenport.
Capital J. But see, I got no problem with you, Bab, because you do it the right way.
Okay. So you are going to tell me to quit panicking about the Will Levis, Calvin Ridley connection that seems off.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Do you believe Calvin Ridley can catch the ball?
Yes.
Do you believe Will Levis can throw it?
Yes.
So with that being said, there's a lot that goes on a player's plate during training camp. And when they start to simplify the playbook, Babsy, that's when it becomes very pointed in what they want guys to do. There's a lot that goes into the management day in and day out of trying to make sure that you hit everything in training camp. And the days have gotten shorter because, there are no two-a-days. So you don't see this process.
That NFLPA,
Well, player safety, Babsy. Okay, I can play this game all day. I know. But this is what we do. You stab me, I stab you back, okay? And we go to the bar or to the Italian spot that y'all going to later, and you give me a tiramisu. But
that is true.
Tiramisu.
That is true.
What I'm saying is this, though. Or creme brulee, or limoncello. Ain't that an Italian liquor?
That is. You absolutely. I hate that drink.
Tiramisu was a
anything
nice
lemon,
pull
no.
there. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
I had some lemon chicken before. It's actually pretty good. But what I'm saying is this. Even Coach Brian Callahan today on our show said it takes about a month into the season till we figure out what we're going to be. So even though we want the results and we want what everybody else has in Kansas City, it's only one of those dudes, and there ain't nobody touching them right now. Baltimore might be the next close. Heck, at this point, we're still trying to figure out what Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert are, right? So there's time that has to be made when it comes down to trying to beat the next Patrick Mahomes. To me, I still do think this team is in a build-up to get to a point, but I do think they're going to be more competitive this year than they have been in years past, just simply because of the style of offense that Coach Brian Callahan has them playing.
Yeah.
By the way, real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Joe Burrow over/under on regular season passing yards, 4,050 and a half.
Babe.
4,050 and a half. So y'all
That's
gave
pretty high,
3,300. Y'all gave 3,300 yards. I can name the quarterback right now that had 3,300 yards that had to come in and save a team season. You want to know who that guy was?
Joe
Mason
Flacco.
Rudolph?
Gardner Minshew.
Oh,
We all wrong. Wow.
He had 3,300 yards in about, 12 games last year?
Wow.
Yeah.
Take the over. Take the over.
Yeah, it's amazing when you start talking about Patrick Mahomes winning 3 Super Bowls and you talk about all these other great quarterbacks around the league, and we would talk about them differently if Patrick Mahomes was not in the NFL, right? Because other guys would have Super Bowl wins. So I think that needs to be brought up. But
his is the highest, by the way, over under at 4,200.5.
Who was that?
Baby.
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
makes
you got to
sense.
pay to play.
I ain't touching that.
No, but I'm touching Will Levis.
Whoa,
That
Mayor
didn't, that didn't sound
Okay.
good. All right, see you, Savage.
Appreciate you, Savage.
All right,
Yeah.
big
No
dog.
doubt, Savage. See you, Savage. See you, man.
You know it.
That mayonnaise cologne, man. 3,300 yards. I'm touching all of that.
I like that. I like that bit.
Phrasing, he says.
I would go to. I'm honestly, I got him
if
going
the
at least
number was
36.
if the number was 3,500, would you still go over?
I would. I said 36. Now over 36.
At 36, you would.
Then I got to start to think.
Yeah.
Okay.
35's the number for
All
me.
right. More 3HL when we come back. Broadcasting live from Circa Hotel in Las Vegas. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
All right. There's great news if you're a homeowner out there when you're talking mortgage rates because Loan Pronto now has mortgage rates that start with a 4. You got that right. Mortgage rates have plummeted. We haven't seen these lows in a long time. So let's say that you have a current rate over 6%. Dump it, lower your house payment, save some money, and Loan Pronto can help you do it really easily. They just locked in a homeowner at a 4.99% APR. So it doesn't matter if you got your loan last week, last month, last year. Call Loan Pronto, even if you're in the process with another lender. Stop now, call Loan Pronto, and let them help you out. They'll lock you in with a lower rate, no closing costs, matter of days, almost no paperwork, usually no appraisal. 615-499-5780. Start the whole process at loanpronto.com. You could even skip your next 2 house payments. 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com. Loan Pronto, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781 on approved credit, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
You ever wonder why so many pro athletes go and use stem cell therapy? Because it works. I'm Ron Slade, retired 14-year pro basketball player, and I needed to get this done. After I went through my entire career riddled with injuries, I needed therapy, so I went to Kellum Stem Cell Institute out in Franklin. Why? Because they're the stem cell specialists. They can be yours too. They're the stem cell specialists of the Tennessee Titans. You know why? Because it works.
Make an appointment today with Kellum Stem Cell Institute.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, broadcasting live from Circa in Las Vegas, the ultimate contest weekend. We were just talking with a colleague who got in on the Survivor bet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it's $1,000, right?
Yep.
Yep.
But you can go in with different people.
Yeah.
So you can, like, the three of us could go in. We'll add Zeph. You want in on this?
I don't.
You got $250 on this?
It's
Zeph?
too much anxiety. Oh, he's got $250 in his pockets.
He sure does. Has been tearing his burning a hole in his body.
He's ready to go gamble.
All those jobs that we don't know about.
Exactly. Way more than $250 up on the ground.
So yesterday we experienced Zeph, and the listeners in the chat started calling him Chef Zeph because he works at Cracker Barrel supposedly. And
I like Chef Zeph.
And then he's got this
work at Cracker Barrel.
And then he's got this other job where like it's literally like the way he described this job, Babsy, was like Breaking Bad. Like he has an office in like a trailer. He flies
there was no trailer.
A
You're
drone around. It's weaponized and all these things.
They're making it.
And goes to
vacant.
yes. Yeah, he goes to vacant houses.
I do know he goes to vacant houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember there were bees one time.
A lot of bodies get found on the vacant houses.
Someone lived at that house that I got stung by a yellow jacket. What's up?
Yeah. You see how he just answered to that? Like,
Yeah.
what's up?
It's because that's my name.
Yeah, I bet.
I work at Cracker Barrel.
Sure you do.
And I manage a social media.
He did answer it kind of differently.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's like you called him a name that like other people call him that we don't call him.
Yeah.
And he just was like,
on one of his other ID cards.
I only have one ID.
Yes.
Zeph has a secret life.
Right, Zeph. I get it. Wink.
We're going to find out more about it when we go to dinner with Todd Furman here in a minute.
We just got to get a couple of bottles of wine under him.
But wait, Davenport has to do like media responsibilities, though, right?
Oh, yeah, we got to wait on
when
that.
Savage was talking about journalists with a capital J, he was talking about this woman right here.
I mean, how about that? He was straight.
Are you going to be on their TV thing that they have, or is it just radio?
Yes.
The Circa TV channel?
So we got to go to the room and watch it.
Ooh, that's weird.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, don't go watch me. Stop.
Whose room we
We're definitely going to watch you, Babsy.
No. That's creepy.
Did you bring your PlayStation?
No.
I'm so glad.
I had too many bags.
Yeah, he
to
had a
carry.
lot of bags.
Yeah, it's
did have a
what's
lot
it
of
called?
bags.
Visson Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, prime time. With
All right.
my buddy Tim Murray. So the way I know Tim Murray lives out here is because he also does some sideline reporting. So we went on this stretch of like 6 different bowl games where he was the radio reporter and I was the TV reporter. So that's how I got to know him. But they were like good bowls, like Las Vegas Bowl, Florida, although one of them was Boise, Idaho. Idaho Bowl.
I heard that was a beautiful place to go.
It is gorgeous. And by the bowl season, it is cold and it is rainy and it's miserable. And the last thing that I enjoy doing is working a football game in the cold.
So what are you going to be talking about on this radio
birds
show?
really? Yeah, that's a great question.
What are you going to be talking about?
Actually, he wants to talk Titans.
Oh, there
They
we
want
go.
to talk
Wheelhouse.
Titans. I'm working Texas week 1. So SEC and then Tennessee. And this is the guy I told you guys has a Heisman future bet on Nico. So he's clearly in on at least Nico.
Slay does too. We told Todd that yesterday.
Sure do.
Sounds like this guy.
Him and
is slated
KJ
to
Jefferson as well. Don't leave my guy out.
Can I just say his name is Nico? Do I have to say it?
Iyamaliaba.
Iyamaliaba.
You got to say it because you got to help the people that.
I know. I've got to help.
yeah.
Like Furman can't say it.
No, he cannot.
legit doesn't even try.
No, just Nico. He goes
It's
to
like
Nico.
Tua. No one tried.
Furman
Tua's
also
Tagovailoa.
shared information that he has a bet on Slay's guy too.
Nico?
No, KJ Jefferson.
Oh, KJ? Well, yeah, with Gus's offense.
Hello.
Absolutely.
Hello.
He said Cam Newton.
And Gus is like so comfortable in his skin right now with calling plays, with not giving it up, I can see that. I like it. I like it.
By the way,
I don't know about his weapons, though.
Tennessee now 5th.
True.
On3.com recruiting ahead of Auburn, who's 6th.
Auburn moved up. I expect us to move up.
I like how you had to throw that ahead of.
I mean, last week it was the other way around.
It was.
But then things happened.
Hugh,
David Sanders
doing work, baby.
Hugh is doing work. Auburn's going to be better. This year, they'll be really good a couple years from now.
Yeah, when they have a different quarterback.
They don't have Peyton Thorne. Yes, that's true. All right, more 3HL coming at you tomorrow. We appreciate you including us in your day. We do not take that for granted. Thank you, Reed, for producing the show back in our studio on the world-famous Music Row. Love y'all. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you're Tajay Spears or Traylon Burks or Babsy's Wagers that she lost.